Good morning, Sassy fam. Welcome to your Sunday check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Today's check-in is for the bi-weekly energy reads, essentially an energetic snapshot of what you might expect over the next week or two. Like always with the bi-weekly tarot readings, as with any tarot reading, take what resonates, leave what does not. You guys, we're going to go ahead and keep the intro short today. There's a lot for me to do, just, well, in the general sense for YouTube and then also outside of it. But you don't want to know about that. What you do want to know about is next week and what you might expect there.
Was that a wink?
You tell me.
So as we know, Valentine's Day is coming up and it's on a Saturday this year. Yeah, people are very excited by that. It very rarely falls on a Saturday. But around here, around these parts, the idea of love is not contained to just one day. Nay, we're going to make a whole week out of it. Tune in next week. It's going to be a sea of red. Just red. And I'll tell you why. Intimate tarot readings next week. And then also next Sunday, yours and theirs. So what I'm asking for you as your tarot reader, I'm an artist, darling. I will paint your energies beautifully, but you must give me quality material to work with. Having said that, I expect you to bring your energetic A game. Bring it on. Just like I would tell my lover. Bring it on. Personally, if I'm tuning into you and I see one more wilting flower, I see one more, I'm shy. If I see one more, I'm still crying about that ex from 5 years ago, I will be disappointed. Now, real tarot is real life. I get it. But I will be disappointed. Do you want me to feel disappointed?
Do you really want to make me cry?
No, I don't think you do. I want to celebrate your sexual energies. I want to celebrate your love energies. So bring it the on. We're going to have a week of love. Let's maximize it. Let's get in there.
That's what he said.
This is your time to shine next week, guys. Peacock the hell out of them energies. Love, intimacy, bring it on. Just bring it on. No shrieking violets, no fading wallflowers. Just bring it the hell on. Let's do this. We're going to ham it up next week. That's why we're a little salty, a little edgy today, because, honey, I'm expecting so much sugar next week for you all. I need a little salt, you know what I'm saying? My lover's energy tends to run more on the side of dark.
Concentrated dark matter.
Edgy. I'm your lover. I'm your zero. I'm the face in your dreams of glass. That's more my jam. That's my vibe. But you tell me your vibe next week. Yes. I just want to thank you all for those folks who celebrate Valentine's Day, for helping to replenish, if you will, bring in the next generation of Scorpios. My collective thanks you in advance. Absolutely. Those countries that recognize Valentine's Day, experience a spike in the Scorpio population. Like I said, our collective thanks you. That reminds me, whenever I wear this particular lip stain, people ask me where I get it or who's it from. Yes, I actually pulled it aside today. I remembered. It's from Fenty Beauty. The actual label is worn off, but I promise you can't mistake the color. There's only one shade like this in their collection. So I highly recommend this one. It stays all day. And then the red is also exquisite. Okay. But yeah, there it is, Fenty Beauty. All right, you guys, I will see you next week for your intimate tarot readings, and I will see you at your sign today. Take care, be well, and remember, beginning Monday, bring it on. Leo, what's up? What's going on? Show me, Leo. I do hope you enjoyed your full moon on the 1st. It's gorgeous. Oh, exquisite. What's going on? Show me, Leo, please. Okay, the next week or two, 9 of Swords, Judgment. Okay, Justice, hey, cool. I like that. King of Pentacles, Strength, you. 7 of Swords, all right, very good. I see you proceeding. 8 of Wands, the Tower, all right, and the 10 of Swords. Oh my goodness. It looks like you're issuing a very official press statement. But there is so much that went into it. Oh my goodness. Starting right here at the top. 9 of Swords, Judgment, Justice, is something that's been on your mind. And the question for you is, how do I handle this? What's the conclusion? What do I do? What do I say? And I'll tell you what, you've had some hard nights and hard days working on something, working on it, trying to figure it out. And Judgment, something is occurring to you, it seems now. Justice, a real solution, a real working solution, one that's correct. Okay, and one that specifically speaks to your idea of spiritual correctness, technical correctness, legal correctness for some of you. Okay, like I said, this looks very official, but I'm glad that it's here. You have the answer, you have the solution, and here with Judgment, it's going to hit you like the light bulb just went on, clicked on. But honestly, it's not a surprise solution. It's based on lessons, and it occurs to you, oh, I've been through this before. I actually do know how to handle this. And so it kind of occurs to you in a large way, but I promise you it's not random. No. King of Pentacles, Strength, Seven of Swords, you have your doubts, but nonetheless, I see you choosing to proceed, and now it's showing up in the 3D in terms of executing a plan. King of Pentacles, you're at the head of this with strength, okay, and being strong. Some doubts are normal, they're reasonable, okay, but that's all right. We don't give in to them. We already got past that. But no, I see the implementation here, Ace of Wands in the Tower, Ten of Swords, and there's, like I said, what looks like a very official press statement. Because there does seem to be, it doesn't just feel personal, guys. This feels like it has consequences, and you know that. Like real technical and or legal consequences, and not just your own sense of spiritual harmony here about what to do for the situation. But the idea is if I do this, it has real consequences. But I also have to do it if it's what's correct. So Ace of Wands and Tower, Ten of Swords, in some way, through your words and actions, you're saying that there's something here. It's not a bad thing if it ends. In fact, you encourage it, you support it, and you think it's the best line of action, okay, is to let something go. It's kind of like I'm acknowledging the situation for what it is, and I hope you all see it that way as well. But it seems to be the most logical course of action here. That doesn't mean it's easy, and that doesn't mean it's not painful. But nonetheless, we have concluded, or rather saying I have concluded, this is what's best. And it is out there, it is visible. It doesn't just affect you. Like I said, it looks like a very official press statement. Me trying to find the words to show you this isn't just a decision that affects you. Okay. Nine of Swords, Judgment, Justice. Injustice twice. Knight of Swords and King of Wands, you darling. That is your court card. Justice, Knight of Swords, King of Wands, yeah, and it hits you. I was like, oh yeah, no. I have the solution here. I do. I always did. I've been through something like this before. I've had lessons in this before, and I know what to do. And you're showing me a lot of confidence here. And it's not the ego kind. It's that sense of, okay, I do have control of the situation. I do know what to do. I have a sense of correctness here. Knight of Swords, Justice. This is becoming more and more of a technical and or legal imperative. I see you clearing up what looks like a very complicated matter, but actually has a very technical output. It is the right thing to do. And in some way, you taking action towards that sense of technical or legal correctness, it's like, okay, this is the way to go. I know. I've been knowing, but now I'm going to follow up on it, execute it, and it's giving you a sense of relief, structure, power. Okay. Soothing too in its own way. It's like, okay, all right, I know what to do. I have direction here. King of Pentacles, Strength, Seven of Swords. You have your doubts, but you're also saying I must be strong. You're standing by this decision as a grounded one, as a practical one. Knight of Wands, the Six of Cups, Queen of Cups. You have someone with you who understands and they support you. That's lovely, actually. This is someone whom you know quite well. Six of Cups, some sort of soul bond here. Knight of Wands, Queen of Cups. I have someone here who is directly supporting you, saying, yes, Leo, yes, let's keep on in this direction. You're absolutely right. So it looks like at least one person here who gives you phenomenal support. They support your decision. They're backing you up emotionally, okay? This is someone who's clearly in your corner. They love you a great deal, all right? There's a lot of enthusiasm that comes from this person. It's like, you got this. Be strong, okay? It's a good investment. This is a good course of action. I believe in you. I love you. I got your back. I always got your back. So it's actually quite lovely, and it's very supportive. Yeah, in some way, this person's in your corner, in your life. I like that. Eight of Wands, the Tower, Ten of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. In time, you're saying things will settle down, and you'll be happy that this thing is done and cleared out. There's a sense of, I no longer have an obligation to this. And it's one of the best things I could have done. It really does look quite official. It looks like this is something you put out in the world. Other people can view it. They can view your decision. Okay? And you understand there will be a lot of people who have their doubts, skepticism, but you have at least one person. I suspect it's more, but at least one person who's kind of like your diehard, your ride or die. They're with you and they stand by you in this decision, encouraging it, actually. But yeah, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. You're saying in time this whole thing will settle down and you will be very comfortable and happy that you did it. Right? The further it's in your rearview mirror, the more secure and at peace you conclude that you're going to be or feel over the whole situation. It's like the further I can get that behind me, the better. We can all just let it go or forget about it and move on. But yeah, Eight of Wands. So there it is. Here's you taking action, support, and then it looks like you share your decision with others openly, publicly. Like I said, other people can view this, witness it. And I know that can be a little uncomfortable, but the way you're kind of putting it out there, everybody, whoever you're addressing. I know this seems odd. I know this seems unusual, but we're going to go ahead and let this go. In time, we'll all be better for it. Better situated, better comfortable, and happy that we did it. Okay? This one's extremely specific. I'm seeing a lot of technical and or legal aspects on this one. It's really not love-centric. Don't get me wrong. I have someone here who very much loves you, cares about you, and they support you through and through. This is someone whom we look to for emotional support. They're there. But I don't quite know what we're doing here. But I know that your decision doesn't just start and stop with you. Others can see it. But yeah, I think you made a good decision here. I do. It kind of seems like whatever that is a prolonged ending anyway. So I think you're just beating it to the punchline and clearing it out sooner rather than later before it can cause any more harm to yourself or others. This could be a work function, something that's contractually obligated, or you found yourself contractually obligated to, and now you're clearing that up as the right thing to do. Okay? I don't quite know, but it seems to me you would. This one's very specific, and it rolls out nice and neat over the next 2 weeks. Okay. So you either resonate with that or you don't. If you don't resonate, check your other placements, guys. No, you know what to do. With that Judgment there, kind of brings all the lessons home to you at one time. It's like, Leo, there's no dispute here. You've been through this before. This is how you handle it. You know that. Don't give it another thought. Don't give it another worry. It's not worth the effort. Besides, that thing is going to shut down eventually. You might as well beat it to the punchline, make it official, and one less thing for you to sweat about and other people to sweat about either. Just clear it up. Clear it out now. And I agree. Give it time. You are convinced you will have settled down at a comfortable place, and it will all be in the rearview mirror eventually. Oh, be proud of yourself. Last quarter moon in Taurus. Yes, I agree. Be proud of yourself. I like the way you handled this. I like the way you addressed this. And I know that these kind of public movements or public declaratives can be very uncomfortable, but you did the right thing. I know that you did. I can see it. And I agree with you. Something is that problematic, that potentially chaotic, that long-winded in terms of an ending that can cause a lot of damage on the way out. Scrap it. Scrap it, be done with it, especially if it not just benefits you, but others. Be proud of yourself. You've accomplished a lot. You did a lot of heavy lifting here today, or these couple of weeks. Spiritual lifting, mental lifting, and then actually doing the thing itself, taking ownership of it. Be proud of yourself. It was a good decision. Okay? If this were a quote-unquote test, I don't like using that word, then fucking you passed it. Flying colors. We have 2 letters, A, U, and the medallion of Scorpio. Some of you might have some very strong Scorpio in your chart, could be connecting to, or last season might have been important to. Yeah, I don't know about upcoming, but last season possibly. Anyway, and then we have the ladybug in reverse. Whatever the situation is that you are kind of taking a preemptive strike on, or rather closing it out before it can do any more damage, you've had no luck with it, and you know it. You know it. It's okay. It didn't need any. It needs to close out. But yeah. All right, I like this. You're closing it out before it can cause any more harm. Contractually speaking, otherwise. All right, Leo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag, what's up? What's going on? Oh. Show me Sagittarius, please. Next week or 2. Show me Sagittarius. Okay. Queen of Cups. 9 of Wands. Ace of Cups. Guarded heart. Very guarded. 2 of Wands. 4 Swords. King of Swords. 4 of Wands. Page of Swords. 3 of Swords. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to see that. But you have a very guarded heart here. And a lovely heart, though. Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups is gorgeous. But right now you're showing me I have a guarded heart. Typically when you're open, right? Just full blast. You're very comfortable with your emotional self, more often than not. All right, now you're saying I'm guarding my heart. Right now it is not open. It is not on full blast. And I know that about myself. And you do know that about yourself. And I'm glad that you do. It's not a crime, right? If you know that your heart is a precious asset, every now and again, you're going to be defensive or blocking because it's not open. And you know it's not open. You're feeling protective of yourself, and that's a valid feeling too, as much as anything else. So if you feel the need to protect yourself at this time and one of your best assets, there's a reason for that. And you know it. 2 of Swords, 4 Swords, King of Swords. You're like, I need to rest. That's what I need to do. And you've made that decision. And you're going to continue to make that decision as long as you feel you need to. You don't owe anyone an apology. So 2 of Wands, you made that decision. 4 Swords, King of Swords. You're like, I have rest that I need. I have healing that I need to do. I need to reflect. I need to learn. Right? You're like, I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm guarding my heart right now. I'm aware. I understand. I need insight. I understand I need healing. As I'm looking at, you're pretty darn smart. You understand these things. It's beautiful. And over here, 4 of Wands, Page of Swords, 3 of Swords. Yeah. I got someone keeping what I call a loose eye on you, and they're heartbroken. They still kind of gaze upon you in what they might perceive as a relationship energy with the 4 of Wands. Currently not active. But yeah, someone with a broken heart looking at you. In a wistful way, a sad way, in a heartbroken way. I would advise them to do what you're doing. You know, protect your heart. Go within, go quiet. Get some healing time in, and understand why you still feel compelled to look in that heartbreak. And what are you learning by watching? Or cross-watching, for that matter. You know. There's only so much you can gain insight on when it's just a little loose eye. Social media is going to tell you so much, and even then it's usually skewed. Queen of Cups, 9 of Wands, Ace of Cups. Okay. 7 of Wands immediately flew out. Yes, very. So, blocking, full-on blocking, agitation, guarding your heart. 7 of Wands, maintaining that boundary without apology. So you know exactly where you are right now. Like I said, when your heart's open, it's open. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, when Sagittarius open to love, to giving and receiving love, oh, you're gorgeous. You're gorgeous. But like me, you know when to protect your heart. This is my best asset, and I don't want it messed with. It's not open to anybody right now. There you go. No apology for that. That is a valid feeling. Honor your feelings. That's the whole gig of the King and Queen of Cups. No matter what we're feeling, own it. Own it. It's your truth as much as anything else. So if you feel that you need to block, then that's it. That's all there is to it. Excuse me. Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords. Yeah. You're blocking, and you're like, I'm trying to figure it out. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. It's for me to figure out. Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords. There you go. You don't like being confused either. So it's like it's just best to not indulge in love. I got to figure some things out. Okay, fair. That's what this is for. Two of Wands, Four of Swords, King of Swords. It really doesn't tell me much other than the fact that you understand where you are right now, and that it should cause you zero conflict. Obviously, you're trying to figure out your feelings about someone else, and you need to protect yourself in that space. Okay? Two of Wands, Four of Swords, King of Swords. Knight of Wands, Justice, and the Three of Wands. You feel good about waiting. There's no pressure, nor should there be. Yeah, absolutely. You do you. It makes sense to you. There you go, Justice. Knight of Wands. In fact, some of you are actively excited about being quiet for a while. Some of you are actively excited to have some rest. Some of you are actively excited about your healing journeys and your learning phase. It's gentle, it's quiet, but you're really excited. You're enthusiastic. It's like, I can't wait to learn. I can't wait to reflect. I can't wait to heal. It's like you actually anticipate to learn a lot. So good for you. I'm excited for you. And then also, yeah, part of you is excited to get as much distance from that as possible. You know, that you can do this unimpeded, without influence. Yeah. It's like, okay, I get to enter a quiet phase now without their influence or any more pain or hurt or confusion. Yeah, I mean, if you've ever been excited by a healing journey, you know. Not everybody gets that. They usually think it's a consequence or a punishment to being hurt or having hurt someone else. It's like, oh, I have to do healing now. No. And some people see it as, this is my opportunity to learn, heal, and grow. I don't see it as threatening. I see it as a good thing to do, and it feels good. There you go. Okay? And also, you're kind of celebrating, I get to have some space from all this. You like that. You like the prospect of it. Okay. Four of Wands. Page of Swords. Three of Swords. Knight of Swords. King of Cups and the World. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, good. I was about to say, I better not be seeing some bullshit. I was going to get upset. Knight of Swords is like, no, we're not going to go rushing in. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. King of Cups in the World. No. No, not at all. Actually, it's you. You said, no, I will not go rushing in. I've cycled that out. They can just kind of sit and spin. You ever heard that expression? Google it if you're not familiar with it. Sit and spin or sit and stew. There's a lot of ways to say it, you know. But no, you're like, I will not go rushing to anybody's emotional rescue. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to have a snap to reaction. I don't care. They can look as much as they want. So you're aware then. You're aware. You're aware that they're watching. You're aware that they're spying. And you understand where it's coming from. You're not stupid. They're saying they're heartbroken, and that's probably their motivation why they're looking. But you're like, that doesn't obligate anything. And right, it does not obligate you. It does not. You don't have to act. I think that was your response. Because typically, like I said, when you have an open heart, it's, you know, you feel it, you're in tune with it. You're not very shy about it. So I'm not surprised then that you're showing me a King of Cups who, generally speaking, tends to rush in there and take care of things. I'm about ready to say, Did they rush towards you? And you're like, no, it's me. This is what I would typically do in the past. I would go in there and rescue the situation. I would wave the white flag first. I would be that person that just forgave. I would be that person that showed them a ton of empathy. And it's like, I'm not doing it. I'm not coming to anybody's rescue. That situation, I'm not doing it anymore. And I think that's one of the biggest things here. One of the reasons why you're showing me so much happiness and relaxed energy around the prospect of quiet time and healing is that you stop doing it. The pressure's off. It's like, no. I get to learn about me now and why I do that to clearly a situation or person that's undeserving. I had to stop doing that. And you're like, that's one of the things I look forward to learning. Why do I have that jump to response? Why do I show just sympathy and empathy to a situation or person again and again that doesn't deserve it, or they're not equipped to return it or give it to me when I need it? Like, no. So it's like, yeah, they can go ahead and watch. That's all they're going to do anyway. That's what you said. It's kind of dismissive. It's like, no, I'm not coming to them. They expect me to, and I know it. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to make things easy for them. That's all I've done is make things easy for them. And look what it did for me, right? I got you. So no, that's appropriate then. I'm glad you're not going to anybody's rescue, making things easier on them. I feel like you have a habit of doing this. It's a very jump to reaction from the heart. I understand that. You don't want anyone to feel left out, hurt, or let down, but was that same consideration ever given to you? Well, it's one of the things you need to learn about with your love patterns, okay? Your attachment style, right here. Once you learn all about that, that's going to help you with this. Long term, what's going to happen in a situation, I don't know. You just showed me for the next 2 weeks. I will not talk to them. I will not do anything with them or about them emotionally. You know, honey, if you went quiet to go within and heal the situation, they can do the same. They might learn some shit too. Okay? Instead of things getting to a stress point where it's so bad that you feel that you cannot emotionally respond to them anymore. Yeah, maybe think about that. What kind of dynamic did they create with you, and why you're not responding anymore? Yeah, maybe they should think about that instead of just looking at you. Okay, yeah, but for the next 2 weeks, bare minimum, no contact. I'm not saying you have to. I'm saying that's what you're looking forward to. I like how you're giving yourself permission to not interact. That pressure comes off and comes down. All right? Okay. And guys, this may not necessarily be an intimate relationship. It could be a kind of dynamic that you have with a family member, right? Where they do or say something inappropriate again. It pushes on your boundaries again, and now you're exhausted. You typically try to see things from their point of view, acquiesce, and just say it's no big deal, but you just can't do it again. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's not always love as in intimate readings. Sometimes it's love with other people, family, friends, you know? You can absolutely see where this would play out with, say, a friend that you've known for 20 years and you just can't anymore. You can't be the person to reach out again and act like everything's cool again. Like you weren't trodden on again. You see what I'm saying? It's just, yeah. I'm like you, honey. I have an elastic heart. You know, let's see. I have an elastic heart. But you know what? Here's the thing about elasticity. It has a breaking point. You pull too hard, it breaks. Okay? And it definitely got to that breaking point with this situation or person. They pulled the rubber band too damn hard. Otherwise, you tend to be extremely emotionally flexible and empathetic. You have a very strong response system. Okay. All right. Trust the universe and trust yourself, P.S. First quarter moon Aquarius. Yes, it's happening now. I understand. You might have some very strong Aquarius in your chart. Obviously, the season here is important. But trust the universe and trust you. Particularly this phase you're about to enter where it's nice, calm, quiet, and peaceful, and there's no drama and bullshit and none of that. No excuses, no oh, shut up. Sorry. It's just, I can't. I lose my patience. You have a repeating pattern. Figure it out. And if you figure it out, maybe we talk. If you don't figure it out, we ain't talking. S, N. We have the medallion of Capricorn, Aquarius. Okay. Okay. So this has been rolling over since Capricorn season, and I'm catching you up to now. What? Okay. So this is some nonsense that played out in Capricorn season, didn't it? And it's rolling in Aquarius. That's enough. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. No. We're done there. At least for the next 2 weeks you are. After that, I don't know. It's up to you. Okay? Tarot does not dictate action. You do. But I want you to do some good healing. And if you're able to talk to this person in a reasonable way in future and they hear you, great. Maybe it has somewhere to go. Like I said, if they acknowledge the patterns here about your two's connection, the negative patterns. And if they don't, if there's just hints and indications that, there are no problems, well, that's very informative too, isn't it? I hope this helps you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, what's up? What's going on? Show me Aries, please. For the next week or two. Show me Aries. Yeah. Page of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Wands. Congratulations, that's wonderful. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Two of Pentacles, the Emperor, you darling. Ace of Wands. I got it. Yeah, you do. You do. That's wonderful. Hanged Man, Two of Swords, Knight of Cups. Yeah, table that, get back to it. Whatever this is taking a back seat because this is incoming. So that makes sense. Real tarot is real life. And so I'm actually seeing this very much play out in the next week or two. It's very immediate. So this is either yours or it's not. But once more, congratulations. Page of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Wands. You're like, oh, thank you. I know. Oh my God. Seriously. Yes. Six of Wands. Yeah. I would be riding high in the streets of recognition as well if I were you. Clearly you got the job, you got the gig, you got the thing, whatever that is. And it looks like you'll know any day, like any day, possibly down to the hour. And if that's you, do let me know. I love it when people follow up. Because when I get these live reading, this is live. I'm saying this live. As I'm reading it, it might be happening for you. So whenever that happens, just let me know. I love that. I love these kind of and whatever, you know what, even if it's not the job, it's not something to do with career, it has something to do with perhaps a major purchase, home or selling of one's home, property, large scale things. Okay. Who knows? A huge gift, unexpected windfall. I try not to be that tarot reader. Oh, you're going to have an unexpected windfall of cash. Oh my God, it's going to be $1 million from a long lost uncle you've never heard of. Okay. We don't do that. We live in reality. But for those of you where it's like you had this gift and it's sizable, okay, whatever, congratulations. Now, the reason why I'm not leaning towards that is because you're showing me operation method, reality hits, Two of Pentacles, the Emperor, Ace of Wands. You're showing me time management. It's like, when can I start this? Now, sometimes I default to with the Two of Pentacles here over new opportunities. How do I handle perhaps two occupations? I am seeing it as time management. More like, when can I start this new opportunity and exit another one? That's my guess. Okay, so I'm looking at time management. But for the most part, you here, darling, you're looking fantastic. A little cheeky. You earned it. The Emperor, Ace of Wands, you feel good, though. So it's not that Two of Pentacles, if it's not worrying you too much, it's not worrying me too much either. It could be one of those really close calls where you have to end one working opportunity and you immediately launch into the next one. That happens all the time. And some people, due to contractual obligations, they find themselves having to maintain both until one can reasonably end. And if that's you, I understand. I've been through that myself. But it is, from your point of view, energetically manageable. You're like, if that's the case, I can handle it, But for the most part, I'm saying here a little bit of concern around time management, but you still feel very confident. Okay? The Hanged Man, Two of Swords, Knight of Cups. This is something you're going to table for now, once more, for reasons that are obvious. You can only do so much, honey. Bless you. You have a ton of energy, but you can only do so much. So the Hanged Man, Two of Swords, Knight of Cups. There's this question here of love, emotional expression, possibly romanticism, and you're like, I was going to open up to Susie down at the bakery on Tuesday, or whatever it is. I don't know. You see, it's like there's this idea there, but it's not a very solid idea. It's not a very solid plan of expressing oneself. And you're like, I'm going to get back to that. The Hanged Man, Two of Swords, Knight of Cups. So if any of you had any plans for like a kind of soft date, well, that's poorly phrased, but you know what I mean. It's not very defined, maybe. I don't know, some sort of occurrence that's a little bit more on the romantic side. It's like, I got to get back to that because now I got this going on. Yeah, you do. So I love this for you. I'm very happy for you. Page of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Wands. Yeah, some of you had to fight your way for this. Very competitive contracts, something like that. Five of Wands next to coin. Either somebody's arguing about how something is done or it's competition. Anyway, Page of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Wands. Alright, Tower, Page of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. That was your immediate concern as soon as this thing came through. That you might have to radically drop one of the opportunities that's already in play. It was a time management issue. Okay. Okay, so it's good news. And your first thought was, shit, I might have to quit today. I'm going to have to quit tomorrow. And then I have to leave whatever that is hanging. Yeah, I don't like loose ends either. I like things to be tidy. 2-week notice and all that. Or whatever the contract is. But sometimes things have to be radically dropped. It depends on you, honey, what your situation is. So as it resonates, use your best judgment, okay? Use your best judgment. You would know your situation best and how committed you are to those situations. Especially if this vibrant, new, strong opportunity is like, hey, Aries, it's February, 16th. Can you start the 17th? Huh? So, you see what I'm saying? I don't know. Let's take a look. Two of Pentacles, the Emperor, Ace of Wands. Oh yeah, we might have to radically drop one of those pre-existing opportunities. Okay. Ten of Cups. Okay. Yeah. Nine of Cups. Yeah. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Use your best judgment. You know what's funny? You showed me immediately you're surrounded by people. So 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups. And you're saying your values, your home values are very, very important to you. You're in a circle specifically. So this is family, friends, loosely defined. So that can include people such as spouses, kids, lovers. The point is that they're in your life in a meaningful and or significant way. And you're saying everything I do, and that's saying I, 9 and 9. These are both I, from my experience, from my sense of wish fulfillment, is geared towards my 10 of Cups. So I will always do what's in their best interest. Contract be damned. Okay, so I also see that you have a lot of beautiful support, and they're deferring to your judgment, because literally you would know best. And you do. So the Emperor, Ace of Wands, I feel confident. So yeah, I'm not telling you what to do. Once more, use your best judgment as it relates to your situation as it resonates, right? No, I don't care what the tarot lady's telling you. If you're contractually obligated to finish out one role, then you need to think about that. But for those of you who are able to, you're going to drop that old opportunity like this, okay? And pick up this new one immediately. We're talking seamless activity. Seamless. You pick it up fast. 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. It's like we don't do gaps in the resume, honey. That's for some of you. That's such your spirit. That is such your spirit. I don't do gaps. No, but I got you. You got the experience, honey. You got the goods. You're surrounded by people who love and support you, cheering you on, so they're deferring to your best judgment. That's all anybody can do. The Emperor, Ace of Wands, you lead the family, don't you? They look to you. That's all right. That's good. If you're comfortable with the power, there you go. A lot of people step into that role as Emperor as, well, a fact. They have to. Others, they're natural leaders. That's where you are, I believe. But yeah, there's that Two of Pentacles. So yeah, I believe you'll be giving your notice shortly to the old job. Okay. The Hanged Man, Two of Swords, Knight of Cups. Now, what's this little delay here? The Hanged Man, Two of Swords. Something you were thinking about, and now you're saying that has to kind of... it's got to take the back seat for a minute. I got to start working this new thing immediately. I understand, it makes sense. The Hanged Man, Two of Swords, Knight of Cups. looks like you weren't very certain about this anyway. Judgment, the Sun, the World. Okay, yeah, now's not the best time. Whatever that is, it looks like a very soft option. A very soft entry, possibly into a romantic inquiry. You yourself weren't even certain that you were going to do it or that you would be into it, if you will. That happens all the time, but you were willing to try. And your Judgment, the Sun, the World, lessons, let it go. There'll be very little consequences to it. If you didn't have a kind of bright, shiny feeling from the very beginning, if you were questioning from the very beginning, if you were hesitant about that love option from the beginning, then you probably knew what the end result was going to be, right? Yeah, but I don't think this is your calling to sunshine. No. And you know that too. I think you're going to let that pass. And it's, again, I'm not attaching any characteristics to it as a known entity. It looks like a situation where you had the option to open up. You weren't terribly convinced it's what you were going to do, but you were going to try, or you were willing to try it. Now you're like, I don't have the time now, and you don't. So I don't want anyone cross-watching being offended. I don't think this Aries knew you. Not really. The opportunity was there. But it's like, no, honey, no, you'll have a calling for that later. So to be clear, you have a Ten of Cups, but not necessarily a romantic partner in there. Okay? You did show me a singular self, but that everything that you do benefits your inner circle. So yeah, you might have kids. Who knows? Perhaps you provide for your parents. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, in terms of a personal romantic partner, no. But that's another tarot reading for another day. That's not over. You'll have another calling on that later, okay? One that you won't be so confused or uncertain about, you know. Okay. Yep. That was your first thought. Oh, shit, I'm going to have to stop working this other job, like, today. And then you're kind of like, the ramifications of that just kind of like creep up on you. That's not a bad tower. It's just the realization hits you as a very small thought. You're just like, oh, shit, when do I do that? When am I starting this new job? So take these things into consideration, guys. But I'm very happy for you. Once more, congratulations. Full moon in Libra, you'll find the balance, and that's exactly what you're doing. You're going to find you're going to find what's right for you, technically, legally, and spiritually here. There it is. See? You're going to drop that Two of Pentacles, the concern, the fussiness, launch into this, I believe, because it's right for you. And contractually speaking, it also might be in alignment with you as well. So that's good. I'm happy to see that that's on your side. Okay, you might have some very strong Libra in your chart, FYI. I'm glad you can't see the nonsense. I get a preview of nonsense on my screen. I'm glad you guys can't see it because it's rolling in. It's rolling in. It's like, what did I say now? So when it's like YouTube commentary, I get a preview of that. That means I said something a bit naughty in one of the messages and people are reacting. It happens. And then in my writing, said something, I guess, a bit edgy there. And the commentary's rolling in. So, well, that also kind of means I did a good job. You gotta push the subject a little bit. That's all. Anyway, I'm glad you guys can't see it. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, RFTAIK. Pardon, 2 R's. 2 R's. FTAIK. We have the medallion of Sagittarius. You might have some very strong Sagittarius in your chart. Could be connecting to, or last season might have been important to you. And you have the key. I'm glad you know that. Yes. You can lock or unlock any given situation so long as you remember that you have the key. In other words, you get to choose. You get to decide. Okay? Aries, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, welcome to your Sunday check-in and happy birthday. And FYI, please excuse the background noise. It sounds like one of my neighbors is having some work done. Show me. Aquarius, please. Okay. Justice. 3 of Swords. The Hermit. Good job. Good job. 5 of Wands. King of Wands. Death. Six of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and Two of Swords. Okay. Okay. I kind of see you determined, just determined to turn your back on this whole thing. And I'm laughing because you're like, I'm not trying to look at that. I ain't trying to look at that. I ain't trying to look at that mess. This is where I'm at. And it's a concentrated effort to stay locked in to healing and to find balance in this situation for yourself. And through Swords, concentrating solely on that broken heart. You're doing all the right things. You're seeking balance in this spiritually. Okay, trying to understand it from a spiritual point of view. In terms of karma, if you will, lessons learned, but the sense of correctness. And you're also approaching it from the Hermit. Let's do some healing here. Deep, reflective healing. What did we learn here, Aquarius? Like you were locked in. Okay. You won't accept excuses from yourself. No poor outcomes, no self-sabotage. You're like, we're going to stay right here and figure this out. But it's between me, myself, and I. Like I said, you're blocking out that myth. Five of Wands, King of Wands, Death. Whoever that is, it looks like they would have been content to keep fighting. Like, just fight, 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 fight. Be mad, be angry, be all pissed off. Fight, fight, fight. Yeah, no, that's on the way out. No, that had to stop. That had to stop. If that hadn't stopped, I think they would have still kept fighting till they were blue in the face, out of oxygen from arguing so much. It just that needed to stop. However, the journey for them is not done. It's not just about an ending here. It's transformation. Well, you don't absolutely know, Two of Swords, fair. That's fair. We don't know how things are going to play out given time with the Wheel of Fortune. Ultimately, we don't. We can suspect, we might have an idea, we can have a feeling, but we don't actually know until time has passed. You're saying in time, given this situation time, while you admit you don't actually know, you're thinking, in time, they'll come around and show some correctness there with the Six of Wands. Kind of like showing justification technically that you were correct. Something like that. But yeah, whatever that is, it's not done, but they do need to go through some transformation, and that's on them. That's their business. You got your own business to attend to. Okay? That's their journey, man. So from your point of view, you might have seen it as a concluded connection. It's done. I'm not going to connect to them. And it may not be romantic, guys. It's up to you. It's whatever fits the situation here. Yeah, so it's, from your point of view, the fighting stopped because you're not participating anymore. But transformation for them has just started. Okay. But yeah, in time, it's kind of like in time. I don't know. But I suspect they'll say I'm right in the end, or I was correct. Or they'll have changed their attitude at least to something more positive. Okay. All right, Justice, Three of Swords, the Hermit. Yeah, I got you. Six of Swords, Knight of Cups. Yeah, you did a withdrawal. Don't get me wrong, you love this person dearly. Once more, may not be romantic love, but this is someone up until the recent turn of events you openly loved and you tried to show empathy towards, love towards, express yourself towards. I tried to keep my heart open towards you as long as I could. So that was your form of participation, trying to show them love, empathy, understanding, insight, trying to get them to calm down, stop arguing, whatever, and they saw that as a green light to continue on fighting. I don't know, guys. I have no idea. But Six of Swords, you were correct. From your point of view, it's an emotional cutoff. Okay. It's an emotional cutoff. And you participating in this in some way, it broke your heart. I think you hung in there as long as you could, but all they want to do is fight, and there's nothing you can do with that when somebody's just... They cannot be put at ease. They will not listen to logic and reasoning, or they will not be empathetic about what we're trying to do here. Calm things down, not make things worse. Yeah, so There's only so much you can do with that. And right now you're showing me withdrawal from the situation or connection and emotional withdrawal from that connection as well. Well, you get to focus on you because they said a lot of angry, mean, hurtful shit. And you can say that's where they were at the time. It was due to the situation. Okay, fine. But nonetheless, what was said is said and what was done is done. And it was still hurtful. So I'm glad that you are taking the time out to balance yourself out. Look at this path, how it ended up here, learn from it so you won't repeat it or take place or participate anymore, I should say. And Three of Swords, yeah, good for you. You're doing all the right things. Okay, yeah, that's a withdrawal. I don't think it's a permanent one, no. I don't. But I do think you kept yourself open to this person as long as you reasonably could. Okay. With that kind of heart space I'm seeing, you try to understand them, you try to show them love, and you're met with a constant wall of anger. You ever been in a situation where someone here is just over the top angry, and the more love and sympathy and empathy that you try to show them, somehow it enrages them further? That's how you know it has nothing to do with you. It's something that's kicking around inside them, and I strongly suspect a big part of you knows that. Okay? I do. I know they don't see what they're doing, and that's what I'm saying. They have their own healing journey. You have yours, they have theirs. Okay, yeah, they just pulled a double healing. I told you, baby. I know the difference between something's over and something's transforming. They're entering the transformation. The day you cut off any sort of emotional supply to this person, which well intended because you love them, but you're like, at this point it's about self-preservation. They crossed a line, and now they hurt me in my effort to help them. Yeah, in which case you would withdraw, wouldn't you? That's just common fucking sense. Okay? Otherwise, they were just going to keep fighting with you. But it wasn't about you. You need to know that. It wasn't about you. It's something going on with them, and they can't see it. Eight of Swords. They're blind to this. You don't bite the hand that, well, you're not feeding them, but you don't bite the hand that's trying to love you. Okay? That's trying to help you. But they did. It has everything to do with them, not to do with you. You got to keep that in mind. And I think you do, because you even said in time, they'll figure it out. And in time, they'll just say, oh, I was right. And then in time, they'll have a better attitude. But they need to do it on their own. And you're right, they do. Yeah, so they have just as much opportunity to heal as you do. You're showing me I need to take care of me now. You pushed me away, you got it. They got to work on that blindness, honey, and it's going to take them a minute. Do not expect immediate results. This is going to take place over time, not the next 2 weeks. Okay, I always need to clarify that when I do the bi-weeklies. While I'm essentially trying to capture the next week or two, things play out when they play out. So FYI, this person's not going to have a turnaround in the next 2 weeks. No. Hermit? Temperance? Hell no. Transformation is not easy. It's not. It's not. And the more we resist it, the longer it takes. But they have started, technically speaking, that process. Six of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, Two of Swords. Yeah, and I admit, I don't know. But in time, I do believe they will have a change of attitude. And that you will be seen as correct. Two of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, the High Priestess. Okay. Yeah, it's like you have a feeling, don't you? You have a feeling. You have a feeling that when this comes back around, it will be in a better state, a better functioning state, and much more open to an emotional experience. Again, I'm not saying this necessarily as a romantic partner, not even with the Ace of Cups there, but you have a feeling this person needs to work on self-love. And because they have issues with it, they found it easier to be angry with others than to look at themselves. That's what I'm thinking, and I think that's what you suspect as well. Everything begins with the self, including love. So if this person's walking around being angry, not just with you, but with anybody who's trying to help them, honey, that has absolutely issues to do with the self. And it got to that point where it can't be contained anymore. It got confrontational. but not with you and not anyone else who's trying to help them within the self. And that's what transformation is. They got shit to work on. But I tell you what, they have as much access to the tools for the job as you do. Temperance and the Hermit. They got to work on that blindness, honey. They got to work on it and see it for what it is. They're pushing not just you, but I'm guessing a lot of people away because they're so pissed off and angry and jaded by life, by love, who knows what. You know somebody like that? They're fucking exhausting. They're waiting for that person to push back on them and say, you know what, this is up with you. And until you fix this, I'm not hanging out with you anymore. And some people need that, or they won't see it. They got to see the consequences. Deal with your shit. Figure it out, man. I tried, but it's no longer my place to try. You hurt me. And now it's my place to excuse myself. So yeah, Two of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and your intuition's not wrong. You also recognize that it needs time, yes. And while you don't absolutely know, you strongly suspect that's what it's about. You think you'll be proven right in the end. Yeah, I believe you're right. But that process has just begun, honey. Who knows how long it might take. So you go on, and you continue to live your life, and you continue to show that fantastic heart, and to anyone who deserves it, because you're beautiful. Okay? You're beautiful. You have such a strong sense of knowing thyself and loving thyself, and I can kind of see why they chose you to push on, because if that's what the kind of love you can show to someone else, that means you understand in some way you love you first. And I can see why they chose you to push on you the hardest. In some way, they're trying to figure out your formula, and they got to figure it out for themselves, you know. Okay, last quarter moon in Capricorn. Leave the past behind. It might have started in Capricorn season, which was not too long ago. We're in yours now. But yeah, leave the past behind, or at least leaving this variation of this connection behind. You don't want to connect to it again as is. If in future it's changed, great. They were not connecting to the past anymore. But yeah, so you might have some very strong Capricorn in your chart. Obviously, the season might have been important. But there you go. Oh, is that what they can't do? Are they still like hemming and hawing and pissing in the wind about shit that happened in the past? It was like their heyday, and it's like, this didn't work out for me, and it didn't. It's like, those are the worst. Oh, it's so vinegary, so salty. Like, let's say they're 50, and they keep going on and on about the opportunities they lost at 18. It's like, dude, we all have a responsibility to move on for shit that doesn't work out. It wasn't supposed to. You didn't learn that, or you didn't want to learn that. Well, I'm not going to let you continue to take your absent lessons out on me. Figure your shit out. They can't leave it behind, bro. It's so infuriating. Oh, God, those types are so exhausting. Well, I understand why you did what you did. VMUTS, we have the medallion of Virgo. You might have some very strong Virgo in your chart. Could be connecting to. The season might be important to you. You pulled a little bit of Virgo, so did they. FYI. Let's see. The wolf in reverse. Oh, yeah, no. No. Not howling at me anymore, baby. No. I'm not part of your territory. Don't count me in as one of your clan. No, I'm not one of your people. Stop howling at me. It ain't gonna work. No. Mm-mm. And then we have the music note. Okay, some of you, music, profession, hobby, or it's how you tune. A lot of people identify with that as their intuitive selves, is through music. It makes perfect sense. If that's your practice, continue to maintain that practice. It's good. All right, Aquarius, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Gemini, what's up? What's going on? Show me Gemini, please. Next week or two. Show me Gemini. Okay. The World. Oh, the Empress. Two of Swords. Okay. Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Knight of Wands, Justice. Three Cups. Yeah, as I say, you're getting some receptivity here. No, and obviously, you're attracting, but you're not trying very hard. It looks very natural. Okay. But yeah, there's some receptivity there. It's your opening that's a little concerning. The World, the Empress, Two of Swords. You're saying the cycle's complete. It's done. It's complete. You're saying I don't have all the answers, but for the most part, it's complete or it's done. Okay. Your back is to that world. In other words, it's done. It is done. Do you know everything about it yet? No, Two of Swords. But you accept it as concluded or final. Doesn't seem to be any conflict about that. Okay. Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, Page of Pentacles. Soon. Actually, I see you opening up just a little bit. It's not a lot, actually. It's pretty simple. You're putting some pages out there. Knight of Cups. The flow is within you to express yourself, to open up. I'm not saying you have to. I'm saying it's here. Those are very small investments that you can make on your own behalf if you are so inclined. If you are so inclined to express yourself in a romantic way, in a loving way, it's up to you. It's with you. You get to choose. It's lovely, it's simple, it's straightforward. But it doesn't go unnoticed. Knight of Wands, Justice, Three Cups. Your energy is well met. It is well met, and there's something here that falls into place, and justice is showing up. So it's not just your, everyday Three Cups. No, to connect or reconnect. No. Something here's phenomenally correct, and you're connecting to it. So that's interesting. I don't typically need justice over Three Cups. It's okay. It's like it's very correct to connect to that. Like I said, it doesn't go unnoticed, and it's well received. But yeah, there's a sense of correctness here in connecting to this. Okay. The World, the Empress, Two of Swords. What's up? What's going on? The High Priestess, Six of Swords, Six of Cups. Okay. There's a soul on here, Six of Cups. It doesn't tell me too much, except it's someone whom you are very familiar with. Emotionally, spiritually. You've known them a long time. You'd say it's a unique connection. Okay, you have a lot of memories with them, a lot of history there. Intuitively, you feel that not only is this cycle closed, you're also saying, for the most part, you feel that you have moved on from it and that they have moved on from you. So you're kind of showing me a recognition, not just of yourself, but intuitively, whoever they are as well. That person of the past, Six of Cups. I was like, I feel that they've moved on. Yeah. And Two of Swords, you say you don't absolutely know, but you feel that they have moved on. And me too. Okay. And you're kind of feeling with that now. You're humming with that energy now. It's a quiet thought, very quiet. It's a quiet feeling, really. I don't know why that's important to you, but it's just something you sense. I feel like they've moved on from me. Hopefully that gives you peace. For your part, you have too. Okay. Page of Cups, Knight of Cups. Page of Pentacles. Let's see, we're opening up. Perfectly good pages here. They're not carrying too much weight. Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. It's your choice. It's your choice. If a new cycle for you begins, romantically or otherwise, it's up to you. Just honor your feeling. It's either correct or it's not. That's all. Seven of Cups. Knight of Swords. So far, it's on point. Okay, there's a little anxiety there. That's normal. You are air. Sword is your symbol. Oh, actually putting yourself out there, it feels a little weird, right? It feels a little alien. You're like, I don't know where to start. Oh, yeah. Some of you, it's been a while. Stress. It's like, oh, God, where do I start? Because you want to. So the feeling is there, yeah, for you to open up, to be available. I'm not saying you have to. I'm saying it's already there. It's your choice to invest. But there's anxiety there. Okay. It's like the Knight of Swords. It's like, just point me in a direction so I know what I'm doing. It's like you're having to wrap your mind around it now, right? The mental focus it takes to open up and to be emotionally available, and where do you find yourself these days, and where's your attraction pointing you these days, and that kind of thing. How do you even start? I know it feels a little overwhelming. That's all you're showing me. It's kind of mental stimulation there. Yeah, a lot of stimulation there mentally. Gosh, you're like, I just need some direction, man. I know. It's all right. You'll get it together. Like I said, it either feels right to get the process going with somebody, or it doesn't. That's it. That's all there is to it. Okay? Try not to overwhelm yourself. I know there's, it seems like there's a lot, but honestly there isn't. It's just the same thing over and over again. People want to connect. And hopefully, ideally, they're wanting to connect for the right reasons. But what does that mean to them? What does that mean to you? All you can do is account for your side of things. And hopefully you connect to someone who's like you. Okay? But in that instance that you don't, it's okay. You can walk away. It's all right. But, yeah, try not to get so overwhelmed, all right? Just start out in a very small way. Take it from there. It's okay. It's going to be all right. Not so much stress. It's okay. Knight of Wands, Justice, Three of Cups. Some of you getting your mind and words in order specifically. So sword is thought, word, action. How do I approach this? Because there is something here you would like to approach. Knight of Wands, Justice, Three of Cups. Seven of Swords, I got it. Ace of Wands, the Four of Wands. Okay, all right. All right, a little bit of doubt, but for the most part, a Seven of Swords is normal. It's still better than a 9. So I can see that you got out of your head. And so while we still have some doubts, we still have some misgivings, for the most part, you're saying, okay, I'm out here now. I'm in the water. I'm officially in the waters. Yeah, you are in the waters. I do see you connecting with somebody, and it feels extremely correct. That's what I'm talking about. I know it seems like there's a plethora of choice out there, but honestly, no, there isn't. It's the same thing there always was. Human beings wanting to connect and feel special and feeling especially understood. And if it's a lighthearted energy where they're not asking for much, then hopefully that presents itself. If it's somebody who wants something more and they're showing that, then that presents itself, hopefully. The thing is, it either feels right or it doesn't. So I know it seems like there's a lot going on, but really it isn't. It's the same old thing for humans everywhere. I just want to connect. Okay? That's it. That's it. Seven of Swords, Ace of Wands, Four of Wands. Yeah. Despite doubts. You're like, I overall feel good about this idea of having new positive energy towards a relationship. So for you, it's not just casual connecting. Knight of Wands, Three of Cups. Yeah, that could be. You're like, no. I kind of want more. And you know that about yourself, and that's a good thing. Okay? Good. It gives you something to define what you're doing and why you're doing it, what your motivation is. So it's not casual for you. If you wanted to do casual hookups or casual sex, you could do that. You could. That energy is available to you like anything else is. But you're like, no, I want it to have some meaning. And so it does. What's interesting to me is the Justice. I see you connecting to somebody, and it is extremely correct. But it starts out in such a simple, natural way. Mutual attraction. The ease of that is there immediately. The flirtation's there immediately. I see the laughter around the social activity, the Three Cups. So it starts out like these things often do. But justice doesn't have to be there. So it feels very correct. Technically, spiritually correct to connect with somebody specifically. But yeah, Ace of Wands, Four of Wands. We're open to something more substantial. But it starts out like any other thing starts out. Attraction. Flirtation. Laughter. Fun. Okay? Let's take it from there. This is literally in the next week or two. I see you stressing, honey. You got to get the thoughts in order. Where do I start? How do I approach this? What are my words? Okay. You'll get that. You'll get that. It's all right. That's coming to you. And you're putting something out there, honey, that's well received by somebody. Somebody likes your effort. Somebody likes the way that you are speaking. Okay? Somebody likes how you're attracting. All right? Oh, justice doesn't have to be there, honey. That means they chose to be there because it feels really correct, too. Okay. Full moon in Pisces. You got some Piscean energy coming up. Yeah. Forgive. You know, I think that kind of speaks to your opening. I'm not telling you to forgive for the Gemini I'm looking at. You already have. It seems to be a mutual feeling, intuitively. You intuitively feel that you have moved on from that connection. You have let them go. It's cycled out. You can turn your back on that now. And you intuitively feel they let you go too. It's like peace there. A mutual understanding. Right? And it's like I can forgive them. And because they let me go, that means in some way they forgive me. So I'm not saying you have to. It's not verbal. This is felt, quietly felt. It's not verbal at all. I'm not saying you didn't have the exchange with them. You know. But where you find yourself today and reflecting on it, you're at peace with the subject, it seems. But, yeah, could be looking at Pisces season, which is weeks from now. But I think some of you have some really strong Pisces in your chart, maybe. And then we have the first quarter moon in Scorpio. Release your blocks. Okay. Yeah, right about there. The stuff up here that's holding you back a little bit. It's all right. You're going to be okay. Release your blocks. It's unnecessary tension. Bless you. Some of you might be a worrywart, or it's just the mechanics of the thing that's getting you up a little bit. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. That's going to pass. Release it. Okay. You could have some very strong Scorpio Pisces in your chart, FYI. Could be connecting too. Before and after. Okay. We have R, X, Y, F. Yeah, there it is again, Dove, sign of peace. That's part of the whole forgiveness package, Dove, sign of peace. I think you're at peace with that connection now. It might have bothered you some time ago that intuitively you felt you lost the connection, but now you're at peace with it. It's like it's a good thing. Good. Wheel of Fortune. I'm sorry, the Captain's Wheel, which is a combination of the Wheel of Fortune and the World. Time moves forward, always, with or without our participation. Remember that. So make good choices for yourself. Doors are going to close. Doors are going to open. But please be aware that they're there. You know, make the best use of your time because, like I said, it's going to march forward with or without you. So be aware that you have choices. Okay, Gemini honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, what's up? What's going on? Show me Libra. Show me Libra. King of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, the Lovers. It's good. All right, the Moon, Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. What's this now? Fascinating. Wheel of Fortune, Page of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. You'll have to make a decision eventually. Yeah, gosh, but isn't that old conflict? When one area of your life is going extraordinarily well, something else, it seems, isn't. That old dilemma, that old chestnut. It's kind of like a universe's way of reminding us you can't have it all. And it's not meant to be an insult, it's just the truth. You can't have it all. In order to accommodate the best of what's in your life, you have to be willing to make sacrifice and walk away from what isn't. Or let go of, end or cycle out the stuff that impedes you from having the best of what's for you. Having it all is nonsensical. You're not supposed to have it all. But we often have to learn that the hard way, so I wonder what you will do. Your opening is gorgeous. King of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, the Lovers. Things are going swimmingly between you and a strong connection. You're like, I know. And it receives your full attention. The King of Swords. Look at that focus. Oh, boo-boo. Look at that focus. Now, it could be that someone whom you literally work with, it's a strong connection that you identify with work. So perhaps you do work with your ideal partner. But right now I'm leaning towards the metaphor of the connection is that you and this person are doing wonderful things together. You can match like for like. What you give is what you are given in return. Okay? You bring your A game, so do they. That's beautiful. I love that. You look so freaking happy. I'm like, can we just stay there, please? Over here, the Moon, Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. Something here that's under your moon. In other words, it's not fully acknowledged, but in some way you suspect it deep down. Is that you're detaching from an old way of life, a foundation. Now, whatever your thoughts are on that foundation, part of you, the emotional piece, is walking away from it, detaching from it. It does not seem like it's the foundation that suits you, but it is one that you are accustomed to. In other words, you're familiar with it, you help build it. But you've become increasingly detached from it, but you haven't seen it yet. You haven't fully seen it with the moon. It's still obscure. But when you have to confront it later, right, the truth of that is like, oh my gosh, if I'm being honest with myself, I think I had been feeling that for a long time. I didn't know what to make of it. I didn't know how to look at it. I didn't know how to address it. And it's under the moon. It's the uncomfortable stuff. For some people, it's secrets. For other people, it's illusions. Some people, it's partial fantasy, partial reality. Like I said, it's just the stuff that's not easy to look at. It requires a deeper sort of willingness to address it and sort it out. Separate fact from fiction. And that's an uncomfortable fact. Whatever your foundation is to you, while you might have built it, you don't seem to be caring for it too much these days, or you haven't in a long time. This will become more prevalent to you, more known to you by Pisces season, which is in a couple of weeks. But right now it's still under the shadows. Wheel of Fortune, Page of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. In time, you're going to have to sort this shit out. You'll have to start investing in that which confuses you in time. Okay? All right. Okay. Yeah, there's the confusion right there. The willingness to address it or start looking at it or take it seriously. Okay. King of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, the Lovers. My advice, if this is so awesome, make a new foundation with them. That would be it. Or understand the parts of your foundation, because it may not be the whole thing. If we think of the foundation as 100% solid, the parts of it that may not work might be 20%, 30%. Allow yourself to get rid of it or walk away from it and incorporate the stuff that does work and goes back to 100% again. See what I'm saying? It's never just the whole thing. There are parts of your foundation that are going to work. Clearly. King of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, the Lovers. Doesn't have to be the whole kit and caboodle, you know? King of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, the Lovers. Five of Swords, Page of Pentacles. There it is, right there. You don't want to look at it yet. That's why it's under your moon. Oh, but you suspect it, though. It is some self-sabotage. There's that Page of Pentacles, then the Seven of Pentacles. So for you, then, there's a big chunk of your foundation that you don't particularly care for. But it's hard for you to look at. It's hard for you to address it. You're saying it's quite stagnant. You don't know what to do with it. You don't know that you want to do anything with it in particular, but in some way you know it holds you back. You know? So why, guys? We're afraid to make change? Does it look too complicated? Self-sabotage. I know it's the very thing you're trying to ignore. You're going to have to address it. See that? Five of Swords, Eight of Swords, Page of Pentacles. So for you, perhaps your foundation, 70% of it may not work for you. And it's like, that's a big damn chunk, Christina. Yeah, I'm going to ignore it. It's not convenient to fix. Okay? So please do keep in mind, the more you want this, and I strongly suspect you do, you're going to line yourself up to a position of having to make more space for them if you want to keep it. And that means getting rid of the stuff that doesn't, or you walking away from the stuff that doesn't. Because that's going to take up a lot of space, guys. The Lovers, Eight of Pentacles, but it's good space. It's the right kind of space, you know? The Moon. Ten of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Ten of Swords. Ace of Wands. Oh my gosh. Oh, I know. It's hard for you to have faith in this anymore. You're still quite fond of it. But you're still detaching from it. It's kind of like saying I gave up hope on loving this foundation anymore than I already had a long time ago. And again, that's hard for you to look at. I understand. So what are we going to do about it? I can't just keep repeating the same shit back to you, guys. We got to see some progress. All right? Wheel of Fortune, Page of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. I can see that somewhere deep down inside you're still fond of it, but it doesn't have any current day relevancy to you anymore. Not emotionally. Are you just overwhelmed by the idea of tasking yourself with getting rid of those parts of your foundation that don't work? Is that disbelief I'm looking at? I can't believe it's gotten this far. Yeah. Wheel of Fortune, Page of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. That's exactly what I'm saying, guys. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's let's say it is 70%. Let's say you carve out that 70%. It's not for any sort of effort that's lost or wasted. No, it's so that way you can fill it back up with the stuff that works. This time it will work. That's good. And I told you, this kind of thing needs space. You want to continue to be in a position to choose that strong connection. You two want to continue to choose each other and work through this life and build something beautiful and strong together. It needs space. You got space, baby. You got a lot of real estate. You're just not thinking of it that way. You're thinking of it, it's a pain in my ass to look at my foundation and shift things around. Or it could be easy as pie. Depends on your point of view. There's so much in there that you don't care for anymore, and you gave up faith on it a long time ago, hope a long time ago. Yeah, there's a sort of reminiscent fondness in there. But honestly, I'm not looking at anything that you can't do without. You take out that 70%, guess what it gets filled with? Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and it goes to a functioning, healthy, happy 100%. Because they're with you. This is someone who can put in as much as you do. Match that energy. Match it. Whatever feels like it's missing in your foundation won't be missing for long. They fill those spaces pretty damn quickly. Okay. I'm trying to liken it, so because I hate seeing the foundation because that's such a vast concept. It's huge. Let's reduce it to a household. Okay? Just picture a household. House. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, whatever. Kitchen. Okay. Let's say 70% of the furniture is no good. It's crap. It's rotting. It's falling apart. The only reason you keep it is because it's too much of a pain in the ass to replace it. You have no sense of style. I know that sounds weird. I'm talking to a Libra. Just run with it, okay? You have no. You're intimidated by the whole thing. You don't know what to. It's just better to keep this shit, even though it's falling apart, in the house than to actually get somebody in here to clear all this crap out, then replace it. You don't have the time for any of this. Oh, this person. Did it ever occur to you? Then allowing them space, they might come packing new furniture. Oh, they know how to outfit the house. Maybe they got stuff to bring into your house. There's that missing 70%. And now it's back to a functioning, fully developed, well outfitted house again. Do you see what I'm saying? They're bringing with them the love and any missing pieces to that household. Okay? When it goes from house to home again. Highly regulated, all the bells and whistles, everything's been outfitted. Your house has been updated thanks to them, right? They know what they're doing. They know how to shop. They got style, right? Or they got a plenty of good furniture themselves they come bring into the house. It's beautiful. That's my point. That's the space right there with the Wheel of Fortune. Eventually you're going to have to address this. Do you want to make space for this? And by that, and then you get to clear up this fucking clutter that you don't even care for anymore. And then it's healthy, it's functioning. And it's beautiful, and there's love in there. Okay? All right, that's enough. I was trying to figure out how can I say this, guys. It's so frustrating. So I don't know what this is to you. You lost hope or faith for this chunk of your foundation a long time ago. So stop forcing yourself to carry on with it or maintain it. Allow this connection to flourish, and I promise you, they'll be worth the space you give them. Okay? I promise you. It's right there. Let them cook, honey. Let them cook in your life. And appreciate the concept that you're not meant to keep it all. All right? Especially if you know it doesn't serve you anymore. Let it go. Reminiscence isn't worth it. Attend to the details. Last quarter moon in Virgo. Some of you have some very strong Virgo in your chart. Could be connected to. This season might be important to you. But attend to the details. Yeah. Right here specifically. Even while you're building something beautiful with this person, you're still thinking about that shit I don't want to do. But it's still self-sabotage. So you're still maintaining something, which means it takes time, energy, and effort away from this connection. So you can keep doing something you don't want to do. Keep that in mind. Okay? And when you address it out here, it's like you can see how your world, there it is, Wheel of Fortune, expands beautifully, positively. Oh yeah, all that shit I get rid of, oh, they can help fill it in. And it'll be even better. Yes, exactly. That's exactly right. That's the whole point of making space for people and their influences, because ideally it works better than what we're giving up. Yeah? Okay. We have Q, Z, H, B, D. Once more, the medallion of Virgo. You might have some very strong Virgo in your chart, etc. Same is true for Cancer. Some of you, Libra might be your Venus placement. Here we have the Rose of Venus. Or them, if you consider them your Venus or your Empress. Same is true for them. And then we have the key. Yes, you have the key. Yes, you can unlock this situation. Actually, it looks like a lot more efficiently than you are giving yourself credit for. Honestly, there's going to be stuff that you're going to be so glad to drop off, stop doing, let go of. If you haven't seen it that way, you still see it. This is my pain in the ass. This is stuff I got to keep doing. No, that's your self-sabotage talking, and it's taking away from your relationship here. Okay? Give it space. Give them space and give yourself space. You see what develops. Remember, the right people bring the right stuff to the table. Right? There you go. Yeah, you got the key, honey. All right, Libra, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Taurus, please. Show me Taurus. Six of Cups, Nine of Wands, Seven of Wands. Okay. No confusion there. Seven of Cups, Queen of Cups, the Star. Also, no confusion there. Okay. Four of Wands, Knight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, one of these things is taking off. The other thing I'm looking at is being shoved away from you. And I mean shoved away. It's like, get that out of my energy. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to see it. I don't want to sense it. Go away. So Six of Cups, it's hard to say that about a soul bond, but sometimes it's like that, yeah. Sometimes they're a major influence in our life for reasons of lessons. That doesn't mean they're meant to be a permanent fixture. So there's someone here whom you are very familiar with, deeply acquainted with, special, unique connection, yes. We have a history with, yes. But you're also saying, I want none of it. I want none of it. Yeah, you are intentionally blocking, my friend. Seven of Wands, Nine of Wands. That's Taurus's way of going. It's just get it the fuck away from me. So it's not necessarily an ending or the world. It might be a temporary block for some of you, where it's like, I can't deal with them right now. I can't deal with them right now. It could be that, we'll see. Seven of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Star. Oh no, that's nice. That's lovely. That's beautiful. And there's something here where you're like, I am oh so available to that. Let's do that. Yes, dear universe, Seven of Cups, Queen of Cups, the Star. Oh, that's so dreamy. Oh my goodness. But it's real love though. It's very strong too. Apparently your heart is open to giving and receiving love. Open right here. Open the Star. There's something here you're deeply desirous of from a space of the heart. Now this, no blockage, no bullshit. This means a lot to me, and I want to be open to it. I want to be available. I want to be ready. Let's go. This is my ideal love something. Okay, possibly ideal love connection. That's a little bit more on the intimate side. There's such high notes of desirability, but star, possibly some fantasy in there, but it's like saying my heart's desire. Four of Wands, Knight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. I look very cozy there. Relationship energy, open, soft, expressive, you feeling very comfortable, relaxed, Queen of Pentacles. That's lovely. Okay. Six of Cups, Nine of Wands, Seven of Wands. Now, who are you shoving away from you? Or what's it about? Is there beef? I don't know. Perhaps they're just very energetically consuming. Who knows? Seven of Wands, Nine of Wands. It's like, I ain't got time for you and your nonsense right now. I'm trying to like land the love of my life. Can you just sidestep, get away? I don't know what's going on. Six of Cups, Nine of Wands, Seven of Wands. The Hermit, Nine of Cups, Knight of Cups. Yeah, it looks like you get somebody away from me because just I need to focus on me and my self-interest, my sense of wish fulfillment, and you're like, it's not this. So you didn't do a world with this connection. You didn't do a death with it. You didn't do an Eight of Cups with it. But it's like you're telling somebody in your life that is technically a soul bond or a person of the past, can you go over there? Yeah, I'm not trying to deal with you right now. So you associate them with bare minimum being an energetic consumer. You know, perhaps someone who's a little bit too attached to your hip. Because you're like, I need to focus right here on this big love energy you want to bring into your life and feel your way towards and build something with. And you're like, look, the Hermit, I did my job. Nine of Cups. I need to explore my self-interest. I need to explore my sense of wish fulfillment. And it's not to do with you. So it's a bit rough. You're excluding them. You can't be with me while I pursue this part of my life, something like that. Reducing time, energy, and effort spent with them. Honey, some people are like that. They can't go with you everywhere. But there you go. And you said this is something that you worked on for you. Okay. That perhaps you allowed it too much and it impeded you from doing other things in your life. I don't know. But there's a history there. And you're saying you learned from it. And it's time that you focused on you and what it is that you're trying to do. Okay. Let's see what all this big love is. Seven of Cups, Queen of Cups, the Star. It looks and feels idealistic. Okay. But I see where it's coming from. The Hierophant, that's you. Four of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Don't get me wrong. You're showing me a dedication to your foundation. That's a big part of who you are. I'm not surprised. You are Taurus. Okay. I know that you are deeply devoted, committed to your way of life, but you're also unhappy in it. Four of Cups. Okay. So this is kind of proof with that earthy energy. You can have met a real tangible goal in this life, commit to it, be devoted to it, but still personally be unhappy. All right. And I don't want that to be the case for you. You have so much here that you, by your own hand, have built. And it sucks that you feel that you can't personally enjoy it. Okay? So I know you have security. I know. And that you are very committed to who you are as a person, your values. But you also understand that you've been unhappy. Four of Cups. It's like we can have it all, but that doesn't mean we're personally happy. There's a huge emphasis here with the Hermit, Nine of Cups, Knight of Cups, and that's something that you said you needed to work on. So I can't help but think that this soul bond, whoever this is, they're not what you need in this life for more intimate connectivity. And they might be your BFF that never quite knows when to leave or go home. I don't know. But you're saying it's like you can't come with me. This is about me now. My sense of loving myself and being open to something beautiful and my heart's desire. I need this, and you can't come with me, not on this journey. I don't know. Like, I'm a stand-up Taurus. I got all this going on. I got a way of life, but I need more. You do need more. You want more. You desire more. Okay? You have a lot of hopes in there, but they're beautiful. They're a reflection of your quality of heart, and I hope you know that. All right? Okay. Let's get cracking, because I see you look very comfortable in future there. It's like, yay, I'm finally expressing myself. Yay. Knight of Cups. Four of Wands. It's bare minimum emotional relationship here that you are happily participating in. You're showing me you're a lot more comfortable. Eight of Wands, the High Priestess. Oh, yay, Taurus, yay. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, okay, good. Eight of Wands, the High Priestess, the Fool. Oh, no wonder you were making space, and I know it was done in kind of a rough way, and I hope that they understand. Maybe they didn't understand a clingy energy that they can't be what you need. Okay, whatever that is, they can't be what you need. You need more. And if you were satisfied with that, if it had meant more to you at the intimate or emotional level, you would have kept it. But yeah, I'm glad, because you looked like a solitary ruler of a vast empire, but you were lonely on your throne, and that won't be the case forever. Eight of Wands, the High Priestess, the Fool. Oh, it's beautiful. That opens up soon, and your heart's so glad. It's so joyous, immediately uplifted. So yeah, it's going to start out with some communication incoming here soon, within the next 2 weeks approximately. And you're like, here we go. The Fool, the High Priestess, this is it. You just feel it. You just feel it, and you're not wrong. And you show me security almost immediately. So it's like, I'm very comfortable with this. Why are you so comfortable with it so quickly, though? In some way, it represents relationship to you, but you take to it so quickly. It's love. You get to explore it. It's beautiful, and I'm very happy for you. You are meeting your heart's desire. That makes me very happy. But why do you get so comfortable with it so quickly? The words feel like home to you. I don't know how else to put it. The communication feels right. It feels like home. You open up to them so quickly. There's a kind of intuitive and or emotional trust with this person right away. Okay? And that's true, and that's beautiful. Just make sure everything's returned to you. That's all, like for like. But yeah, I love that. I'm happy for you. I'm so happy for you. Look at that. That's beautiful. We open up right around here. I like how you're stable, you're secure, you got that down. It's a non-issue. But now you get to participate in these emotional goals you have, and they're beautiful. With what looks like an ideal companion. When Taurus says that they can relax around somebody, that's good. It's just so quickly. There's a lot of trust there, a lot of faith. Oh my. We have CMVTUKE, and then we have the medallion of Capricorn. The key word here is ambitious. Showing you out some very strong Capricorn in your chart. Could be connecting to the season might be important to you, which we are just out of Capricorn season by a couple of weeks. So that might be when you started to experience some of this. But I think you knew what you would be aiming for by then. Okay? Taurus, honey, I hope this helped you, and I'm very happy for you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Oh, good. Oh, no. I was so focused on that, I almost forgot your freaking oracles. I got it. Sometimes I remember. Okay, yes, darling. Last quarter moon in Pisces. Talk less, feel more. Oh, you're going to be doing a lot of feeling, honey. All of it good, healthy, and positive. But Pisces season, mind you, a couple weeks from now, I think what you start to open up to now, you can really flourish in it. You feel that way by Pisces season. And here we have the formal Roman numeral 2, stammer, indicating February. So again, still within February, but closer to Pisces season, okay? Which we're not too far out from. All right, Taurus honey, once more. Oh, this helps you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Virgo, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Virgo. Okay. 3 of Wands, 7 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so long as you're comfortable with it, that's fine. Okay. The Hierophant, 8 of Cups, the Sun. Okay. 6 of Swords, 10 of... I got you. Okay, I got it. So we're still cleaning up from some wreckage here. That's why you're not in a rush. Okay, so like I tell people all the time, it's a choice to wait. And you're saying you are waiting. Now's not the time. But one day it will be. And you seem to be very comfortable with that. And that's good. Queen of Pentacles, know yourself, know thy worth. 7 of Cups, 30 of Wands. And some of you reasonably look forward to having options in love. You're saying, just not right now. I'm choosing to wait. Okay? Good things in time. Something like that. You're very firm on the subject. So that means you know yourself. Good. The Hierophant, 8 of Cups, the Sun. It looks like we have some sort of commitment here. It may not be as in marriage, but commitment, spiritual commitment is present, and we're still learning to walk away from that 8 of Cups, to disentangle ourselves emotionally, spiritually from some sort of connection, and it's in the effort to find your happiness. You're saying, I'm separating from that. I'm still learning to separate from that. But you've done enough of a job here that you're beginning to feel the rays of sunshine. Okay, that sense of hope again and happiness. Okay. So yeah, it's like you're starting to wake up a little bit, and it feels good. 6 of Swords, 10 of Swords, Queen of Cups. But you're saying, most of all, you still need to see to your heart space. So while you are learning to live without them, and you're even feeling a little better about it, a little more every day, you're saying you still have a lot of wreckage there in the heart space. And 6 of Swords, you're still learning to leave it behind. 6 of Swords, 10 of Swords, Queen of Cups. Okay. Your heart. Your heart still has a lot of cleanup to do. So yeah, I got you post-separation here. You're doing a good job. It looks pretty straightforward, guys. All right, so this is post-separation, and I like your opening. It's like, oh no, there's still good things. There's still good things out there for me. And I will open up to that in time, but now's not the time. And it's very firm. It's very knowledgeable in this respect, and I'm glad you know that about yourself. So that is, yes, that is a choice in waiting, but it's the right kind of choice. You're still separating from this. 3 of Wands, 7 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. I don't want you sabotaging yourself, right? You know yourself best. The Magician, King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. Yeah. Even now, as we speak, you are manifesting a kind of future self, one where you are happy, satisfied, your energy's freer, lighter, but still very self-assured in who you are. You're still manifesting personal security, feeling good about all this, And yeah, part of you manifests someone like you. But P.S., like I said, you can wait. Good manifestation takes time. It's not something that's meant to be rushed. I'm glad you're showing that. You acknowledge it. And you're saying, yeah. Dear universe, if you send someone my way, make sure they're like me. I'd really appreciate it. Someone who's down to earth, practical, reliable, resourceful. Okay? But yeah, but for the most part, I just see you asking, allowing, I want to be happy again. Personally, I just want to be happy again. Be happy with me, myself, and I for now. Okay? The Hierophant, 8 of Cups, the Sun. So that's kind of a smorgasbord of manifestation. It covers a lot of everything, but it's done so in a very gentle, like I said, firm, knowing way. It's good. The Hierophant, Eight of Cups, the Sun. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, we need time. I understand. I got you, baby. The Wheel of Fortune, the World, the Four of Wands. And here, the Spirit recognizes as one door closes, another opens. You're like, yeah, I got it. I'm not trying to be so cynical as you're saying I know the drill, but it's kind of like you're saying you get it. You do get it. So while I'm laughing, it's just because you seem to know what I'm talking about. You don't dispute it. You understand that your manifestation should come from a place of self-worth. You understand that good things take time, that we shouldn't be anxious to rush into anything new or different. You understand that you should manifest someone who's more like you, if there is a new someone, and I believe there will be in time, and you know these things too. Yours is really straightforward, even though it looks really complex. And that's the benefit of someone who knows thyself. It makes it easier for me to read and for you to live your life. But yeah, Wheel of Fortune, the World, Four of Wands. Yeah. This one's going to take some time to clear out. You're saying it was a commitment. With or without the paper, it was a commitment. You're still learning to walk away from it. Specifically, the devotion to it. You're no longer devoted to it. That's been dissolved. But that catching up to you, that's the thing, right? Like, say, for instance, you have this idea of where it's just a stupid example, guys. Don't take it at word. Okay. What should we eat for Oh, there is no we. Saturday dinner plans. Oh, it's just what I want to do. That's right. I don't have to confer with them anymore. So you see what I'm saying? Still learning to walk away from that sense of, oh, you're my person. I need to run everything by you. So the devotion, taking someone else into consideration, you don't have to anymore. You know? But yeah, there it is. But I have to insist. I insist. The more you separate from this, the more you discover happiness. It's not so bad, right? It's not so bad. You're showing me you're feeling warmth. Perhaps for the first time in a long time. Okay? So the idea of opening up a door for you in future isn't scary. Not really. You look forward to it when it's time. Like I said, you look forward to it when it's time. But yeah, the heart space here. Six of Swords, Ten of Swords, Queen of Cups. That's where most of the work is yet to be done. Okay. You, frankly, just feeling better. Remembering to love yourself in all this. The Tower. Ace of Swords. I'm sorry. But also, no, I'm not. The truth shall set you free. And then also sometimes the absence of truth will set you free. I'm seeing here absence of decision, a refusal to make a decision, or a refusal to be forthright with one's thoughts, intentions, or actions. Yeah, that'll do it as much as anything else. That'll cause as much damage too. Sure. You know, there's the damage you can live with because someone's being honest, and there's the damage you can't live with because you can't understand it, you don't know where it's coming from, and is it going to happen again? So, but yeah, no, I'm glad that you got away from that. It's hard. It's hard. I think what I'm seeing here is a mixture of half-truths. But it seems like you never really know the truth, or you fully don't know the truth. It's like you're tired of waiting for the full revelation. Like you understand something's wrong, but you don't know the extent of it. And it's too much. So that's what you're still learning to leave behind. There's something here. I'd just rather call it quits than to continue to ask. Right? Because that's going to create a lot of insecurity and pain and trust issues. Right? So hiding the truth often causes more damage than the revelation of it. you know? And I think that might be, honey, my guess, that the more you walk away from this, the happier you feel, because the stress of that's gone now. You don't have to fight for that so-called truth anymore. Or what are you thinking? What are your intentions? Whatever that is, whatever that represents. You don't have to poke and prod for it anymore, chase it. It must be very freeing in many ways. But that's not to say that you don't have realistic healing to do in your heart space, right? We want to get it back into a full functioning capacity, open to giving and receiving love, okay? Where you can trust yourself emotionally and therefore, in time, trust someone else too emotionally, because that's what you want. You do want that in time. You said so yourself in the opening. But you got to rest that heart of yours, heal, and allow yourself to absorb that fact that you don't know everything and you're never gonna. And that's, at least in this situation as I'm seeing it, the sooner you can absorb that fact, that's going to give you the closure that you need. I don't know. That's why I left, and that's my closure. Okay? Or that's what ended this connection, is because I don't know. I never fully understood the truth or the actions or intents around this. And that is my closure. I have to trust myself on that. It's not that I ended it. This ended it. It wasn't me. I just finalized it, right? Okay. Well, no wonder you're showing me as I make progress, I feel happier. Yeah. That stress is gone. The pressure's gone. I say it all the time. You can't live with I don't knows. I don't know is not a way of life. I don't know does not make for a connection. I don't know does not make for emotional or spiritual or mental security. Like, I don't know. It can't be two people's connection. I don't know, and I keep asking you to tell me, and you keep saying, I got nothing to tell you. Yeah, you do. I know you do. See what I'm saying? You can't live with I don't knows. Anyway, reflect on your priorities. Yes, absolutely. Last quarter moon in Aquarius, and that's exactly what you've been doing here now in Aquarius season. And guys, this is the next 2 weeks. In the next 2 weeks, you find yourself increasingly comfortable on your own and glad for it. You also recognize within yourself desires that are reaching outward, that are positive and healthy. In other words, you're making progress there too. But yeah, we still have more work to do in the heart. And that's going to be your concentration for the next several weeks. Okay. One letter. One. In. In. Okay. Then we have the medallions of you, Virgo, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Aquarius. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could have been connecting to, or the seasons might be important to you. And the Ten of Pentacles, the Tree of Life. Yes, the foundation. I know it's important to you. Oh, I have no doubt. Your sense of stability, home, your community, that's all very important to you, as it should be, and that will never not be. This is part of your priorities. Sense of home, direction, comfort zone. It's like I haven't felt this comfortable in a long time. Anyway. Virgo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Capricorn, please. Show me Capricorn. Okay. 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. Okay. Knight of Wands, Judgment, the Fool. Oh. Okay. Temperance, the World. Yeah, the Hierophant on better reflection, honey. This is going to be one of those cases that hindsight is 20/20, and you know, bless you. I see some of your stubborn selves kicking in here at the opening. 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. I'm going to keep seeing them, Christina. I'm gonna keep seeing them. I'm gonna. So don't tell me not. I'm not telling you nothing. Your energy's telling me what's up with you. So I don't care what you think. I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm gonna keep saying them. They're my special friend. That sound about right? Special friend. Options, but structure is friendship. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, we call each other friends. What's wrong with friends? You can't have too many friends. Well, it depends on what you want from your friendships. That's the thing, Capricorn, honey. Let's keep that in mind. What are we expecting from that friendship? It's expectations, guys. What are we expecting, and what's the reality? Okay, what are we hoping for versus reality? That phrase, manage expectations. I know. Oh, I just felt you get real grumpy. Because you know what I'm saying. Knight of Wands, Judgment, the Fool. Baby, it's a choice. You can continue to open up to this. I understand it's hot. I understand, well, I understand it's passionate. I understand it's hot and heavy. Yeah, I got it. This would be a good one for Intimate Tarot. Because I see that. Oh, boy, I bet you two have some fun, friendly times. Am I right? Is that the right F word? Fun, friendly times. Knight of Wands, Judgment, the Fool. Oh, yeah, that's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice. But you have enough lessons with this. If not with this exact connection, then ones like it before, where you know what's going to happen. It's a choice to continue to open up and show this, that blast of energy. Yeah, let's do it. Maybe today's the day where, you know, we understand we're more than friends, finally. We're only swapping bodily fluids. But yeah, we're friends. Yeah. You know, how can we go back to being friends when you just spent the night in my bed, right? But you got lessons in this, boo-boo. It's a choice. You got another one coming up. They're going to ask if you're available for like a Friday whatever. Or a, hey, you up? At 3 a.m. Temperance, the World, the Hierophant. Baby, we need to get back to values here. We got to get back to basics. Now, look, you're a big Capricorn. If you want to keep around with this one, that's cool. I can see that you're hot for them. They're hot for you. But for the Capricorn I'm looking at, you value so much more. And that's what temperance is here. It's like, hey, temper yourself. Remind yourself why you're connecting to anybody at all. And I see this for you, honey. So, I mean, goodness me, that Capricorn energy can be so freaking attractive. It really can. You guys can be intense and focused at the same time, because typically the intensity implies passion, but it's not necessarily focused. So you have that double threat of intensity plus focus. So that makes you so attractive. It really does. But what happens when that's returned to you, but not in the way that you want? Okay? I'm not seeing any real emotional value other than the willingness to remain open to this. So, yeah, Judgment. Temperance, though, for you in future. A little bit of temperance. Get back to basics. What are your goal structures here? And the World, the Hierophant. Do you want commitment, yes or no? Do you want deeper meaning, yes or no? In which case, you got to start making choices. What are you going to open the door to? What are you going to close the door on? But cool down. Think about it. Think about it. I remember once, I think it was a Gemini reading, where I was nothing but passion and intensity around this structured friendship type situation. And somebody's like, what's wrong with, you know, friends that are sexual? It's like, nothing. It depends on who I'm looking at. If that's what you agreed upon, great, gravy. Go on. Go on, do your thing. But for those people who are aching for more, but they're limiting themselves to a hot and fun experience, and that's where it comes into conflict. Okay? 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. If you have plenty of evidence that this is not going anywhere, okay? You either accept that, you be at peace with it, you continue to open up to this and have fun, or you cut it off and you say, you know what? Actually, I have values I'd like to open up to as the Hierophant. 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. Oh. I know, 6 of... Oh, stars in reverse, baby. Oh, don't. No, you're killing me, Smalls. You're very... Ah, shit. You're very fond of this one. Ah. You're very fond of this one with the Queen of Cups at the stars in reverse. This is not what you want, but you're very fond of it, aren't you? Ah, Six of Wands, yeah. It's just making me want to scream, the tension. Oh, no. Oh, no. You're keeping your heart open towards this. Like I said, it's stubborn. You're being very stubborn, but honey, are they keeping the heart open towards you? The Six of Wands, I know it feels good. I know, but honey, you got to ask yourself, this connection, is it talking to your loins, i.e. ego, or is it talking to your heart? I know they're in your heart in a fond way. That's why you're stubbornly holding on to it. But are you in theirs? Okay. Because the star's in reverse. Oh, no. Oh, no. Nice of Wands. What are you saying? I didn't mean to fall into bed with them. What are you saying here? I didn't mean for this to happen. But you're a participant, honey. And you get the choice again soon to participate. Right there. Knight of Wands, Judgment, the Fool. The World, the High Priestess, the Six of Cups. Let's go ahead and take a look at that Temperance in the World and the Hierophant. Let's take a look. Queen of Swords, Two of Cups, the Hermit. I'm telling you, honey, I say you get back to basics and your focus shifts in a wiser direction. Look, I feel like this is someone who provokes in you a very strong sense of youth, okay? The kind of emotional and sexual liberation of your youth. I think you've known this person perhaps a long time and you just recently reconnected to them and you insist on calling each other friends. And I think many of you are feeling so many fast and intense things with this person that reminds you of the yesteryears, the both of you. But somewhere deep down inside, while intuitively you're saying, I do know them. They're a sweetie of the past. They represent something in me when I was, in my 20s or something. I don't know. But I know it's not going to last. I know. You're very fond of them. And you're insisting on holding on to them, I guess, for as long as you can. But deep down inside, you know. While they are near and dear to you, it's temporary. It seems to be temporary. But I look at that intensity, it's a lesson too. Goodness me. So it's not just a lesson. You two have swung back around in each other's lives in some way, haven't you? And right now you are... well, you two are rolling around in each other's energies. I swear again, it looks like I'm looking at two young people, but you're not. It's when you two were younger with each other, I believe. Okay. That's hard. That's hard to look at. You knowing deep down inside that this is going to close out with them. So it's kind of like I'm enjoying it while I can, right? But you even said so yourself, this is not your long-term vision. So the star in the upright long-term vision, that's why we wish upon a star, because it's way out there, okay? So our long-term vision, this is not your long-term plan. But you admit you are deeply fond of them. But it seems to be a temporary thing, okay? So if you two entered this knowing that you're going to temporarily pick each other up, be kind when you put each other down, okay? That's the least we could do. Remember that. You pick somebody up from your past, be kind when you put them back down, the both of you. Because this is mutual. It's mutual. It's been mutual the whole damn time. Okay, so All right. That means in some way they are very fond of you too. So it is mutual then. Okay. Or as mutual as you can get it, knowing this is a temporary thing. Just let me know if you're that Capricorn, okay? Just because you clicked on Capricorn timestamp, okay? And you're like, okay, I'm Capricorn, this, that, and the other. Just because you did that doesn't mean it's your reading. Take what resonates, leave what does not. But if you're that Capricorn, tell me when. When? Was it right before Aquarius season? Holiday vibes, maybe? New Year's? Yeah. Okay. Now, getting back to it. Temperance, the world, the Hierophant. Yeah. I know you know better. Look at that. This is where age, I see your age more. Your mind and your experience and your sense of the Hierophant is actually quite established, right? When you're with them, you look young. The both of you look so young. But yeah, Temperance, the world, the Hierophant. Yeah. I know you want to enter a cycle of commitment. I know you do. And you know better. Queen of Swords, Two of Cups, the Hermit. I see you reestablishing your values and what it is that you're trying to aim for. Your mind focuses on that in the future. And some sort of emotional bond that makes sense to you. So yeah, I see you in time letting this one go gently. Okay. But gently. Okay. That's classy. All right, that's classy. I got to. You didn't show me lovers of the season, or lovers at all, but you did say, well, maybe they're an old sweetheart of an old season, and maybe we're reliving that a little bit. Okay? It ain't nobody's business but ours, and that's technically true. So you enjoy your time with them. You're saying you don't know how long, but you want to enjoy it while you can. Okay? I understand. So when you get back on the track, well, you know, and you start consolidating yourself to that sooner rather than later. Okay. First quarter moon in Cancer, push through any insecurity. Yeah, there you go. As long as you know what's up. As long as you know the truth. J, A, C, we have Medina of Libra, Virgo, Pisces, and you, Capricorn. Of course, you might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to, the seasons might be important to you. And then we have the Pegasus in reverse and upside down. There's a sense of I'm not free to fly with this one. Or they're not free to fly, or something like that. It can't be chosen. So here, the Pegasus and the upright means choice. We have wings. We can fly. We can choose our own direction. Okay, our own speed to get there too. It's like this represents, no, it's like a no-brainer. I know it has nowhere to go. I know. All right, so long as you know that. But I like, though, that you get back to focus about what's important to you, and you seem to know that with a steady sort of mind. Okay. Capricorn, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on? Show me, Scorpio, please. Eight of Pentacles, Justice, the Star. Good job. I think that was a major point in your last reading for past, present, and future. Six of Cups, the Tower. Eight of Wands. Oh. Okay. Surprised a little bit. Nine of Swords. The Magician, Two of Swords. You don't know that you want this. You need to figure it out. Okay? You're going to need to figure it out. Eight of Pentacles, Justice, the Star. Great opening. Beautiful. Like I said, I think I've seen something for you similarly in your last reading. Just really throwing yourself into your goals. And you get it. You're killing it. It's wonderful. Beautiful. Well done. You're living a very balanced life here. Okay. Eight of Pentacles, your work goals, your career goals are on point. The Star, you're reaching for the stars, and you are experiencing some success with it with Justice. You're on the right path, and you're getting that validation every day. Beautiful. Well done. Six of Cups, some sort of soul bond. Surprise, surprise. Tower. That kind of tells me we did not expect to ever, 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 ever hear from this person again. Like, you know them. You got a history with them. You don't deny that. Six of Cups, that history's done. It's cooked, right? It's been there. It's done that. You're familiar with that bond. And it's a special bond. It's a unique bond. And taught you a lot, particularly lessons. Okay? But it's like Tower. Oh, no. We kind of assumed, right? The Tower's anti. So, anti-assumption here. We assumed we would never hear from this person again. And then Eight of Wands. Something comes through. Okay. And then I got you over here stressing out. Nine of Swords, the Magician, Two of Swords. I don't know if I want this. Well, you don't have to participate. Okay? You don't have to. If it's causing you that much stress and anxiety, maybe you don't need to. I think there's a reason you assumed you'd never hear from him again. Why should that change anything just because some communication came through? Put it this way, enough time has passed and you've either healed from this and you feel that you can talk to them or you can't. That's it. There's no need to put yourself through that level of stress. None whatsoever. This is something you can either say, yeah, I want this, and participate of your own free will, of your choice, or you can't and you back away. All right? Eight of Pentacles, Justice, the Star. But I like that opening. It's consistent for what I've been seeing for you. Working on them big dreams, those big goals. What I love is the correctness of it with Justice. So not only is the dream here correct, but the actual the actual output is correct as well. So more on the technical, legal side of things. Yes. Well done. Beautiful. Good work there. King of Swords, Ten of Cups, Chariot. Good job. Oh, beautiful. Yeah. So you're also showing me your values with the Ten of Cups. It's like everything I do with my inner circle in mind. So what's the inner circle? Family, friends. And that can include spouses, kids, lovers. The point is with the Ten of Cups, those people are actually in your life. They're active for reasons of love and support. Okay? So inner circle, family, and friends. It's not a competition. It could be 2 people. It could be 200. Okay? That could include your family, pets. I don't care. The point is you're saying everything I do with them in mind. And it's one of the things that drives you forward in the Chariot. It remains to this day a point of focus. And that's one of the reasons why you've been so successful in your career goals. You say it's a personal star for me, yes. But also, it meets my values here for the Ten of Cups. What I do benefits the people who are closest in my life, and that's beautiful. You live a very balanced life of goals and values. Gorgeous. So don't lose sight of that. Okay, let's slide on down here, shall we? Sorry. I just want to stay here. Well, you're awesome. You know, and you're living your dreams, like literally living your dreams, but you're also providing to your inner circle, and you move that forward, and you've got plans, and you've got designs, and you've got goals that reach further and further out. And some of you are planning out into summer. Well, let's say July then, okay? But yeah, you've got good goals and plans, and you're making them happen, and it's wonderful. I just want to hang out there. And then there's this. And that's tarot, honey. That's tarot for you. And then there's that. Yeah. Okay, Six of Cups, the Tower, Eight of Wands. Okay. Okay. What we doing? What's going on? Yeah. Two of Swords. No, Two of Swords, Nine of Swords twice. Oh, honey. Oh, the Tower. Híjole. So you really did not expect to hear from this at all. Like, ever, 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 ever. You're like Madonna. It's en vogue. It's like, except it's for deflection. You really did not ever expect to see or hear from this person again. Right? Okay. The Eight of Wands is on the other side of that Tower. All right, so it's coming in soon. Why does it stress you out so much? Why? The same consistency, guys. Point. By the way, point in tarot. If you are thinking about practicing for yourself, always use multiple decks. That way, you can see consistency and patterns. We got Two of Swords, Nine of Swords twice. It's like Tower. So you never expected to hear from them again, first of all. All right. And even if you did, you had always assumed that you'd be happy for it, and now you're not so happy for it. So that was another assumption there. Yeah. You just always kind of assumed if you ever heard from them again, that would make you happy, but now it's not at all. It stresses you out. Okay. Nine of Swords, the Magician, Two of Swords. Oh, I love this. You stay in tune with that, you'll be okay. This is who you are, don't forget it. Some little old communication just wandering in and out of thin air. Honey, that's not going to take away from who you are, and you would be a fool to believe otherwise. Okay? All right, hold on. Nine of Swords, the Magician, Two of Swords. You always kind of assumed it would be a good thing if you did hear from them again, right? But also assumed that you wouldn't. Okay. I had Three of Wands. The Sun. Seven of Swords. And you don't have to. You're kind of looking over your shoulder, glad that this can't directly affect you. That's right. It's a choice to participate, and whatever this isn't immediately next to you or by your side. It seems to be at a distance from you, and you're like, I want to keep it that way. Yeah. Some of you, I'm just going to let you know, Tarot's proof of choice, not the absence of it. If you choose to respond, I see you giving minimal effort. Bare bones, what they need to know, if that. Some of you not at all. And you're just kind of inwardly thankful for that distance, because there does seem to be distance. So this is communication only. It doesn't seem to be directly in front of you, or in your environment, or in your community. If it was, you would have shown me. Pentacle speaks very well for itself. This is at a distance. And you're like, yeah, it can stay there too. Okay. I'm very curious. Yeah, like I said, you got to know if you want this, and you're like, I don't think I do, and that's all right. I know you had two assumptions pushed back on the same day in the same line of communication. It was a text, it was a call, it was an email, it was something, and you had two assumptions shot down. One, you would never hear from them again. You did. Two, that you would welcome it if they did. Well, clearly you've changed. And where's that change coming from? This. This is something you can endeavor upon every day. There's no mystery here. There's no confusion. You have a beautiful role, function, okay? Job, career, and a spiritual path that says I'm reaching for higher things every day. And the people who are supposed to be in my life, guess what, boo-boo? They're fucking here. I don't know how long you've been at this, but it's for a long time now. You make good, solid decisions here. This is your focus. These are your values. And anything else outside of it is exactly that. It's outside of this value. So while no disrespect to whatever that is, and I know you go way back, but they're not in your life. And it seems to me when they last were, you might be deeply fond of them, but you also in some way, you must see them as chaotic now, don't you? This is beautiful. It's straightforward, it's simple, and it's healthy. It's very productive, and I see you working on your dream every day. This was communication, and it freaked you out. Wherever it's coming from, you might have a past with them, but it doesn't mean it was necessarily a healthy one or a straightforward one. You're saying it represents upheaval, turmoil, chaos, or drama. You're like, thank God it's not near me. So you keep that in mind. I don't know if I want this. And yes, you do. Yes, you do. It's just you never had to think about it until this moment. You didn't have to update that file until this moment. You know what I'm saying? That's an old file. You assumed it was done. You had to take it back out and look at it. It's like, oh, I actually don't want this in my life anymore. That's weird. No, it's not. It's just, you're grown up. You're a big grown up, happy, healthy, productive, star-reaching Scorpio. This doesn't represent any of that. And honey, once more, I got to insist. If that Six of Cups was supposed to be in your Ten of Cups, they'd be there. Let's admit it, this is a chaos agent. In some way, they were not meant to be here in your life in present day. Look at that, all that stress just from like a call, a text, or something. Yeah, full moon in Aquarius. Now, it's happening now, and be real. If you're keeping them at a distance, it's like, hey, you know what? Good luck to you. All due respect. Whoever you are, I got to be real. What I got going on works for me here. I don't even know what the hell they're asking for. I just see a stress response from you. No, I don't think you want it anymore. So be real. If you choose to respond, if you choose to respond, tarot is the perfect choice, not the absence of it. You keep it to the basics. Say what you need to say, and you're out. Okay? And then leave the past behind. That's what I'm saying. I think we all have that person in our past. It's like it's that cousin, or it was that friend of 30 years ago. And we're very fond of them. We have a lot of memories, but a lot of lessons too. And there were some odd things that happened there in life in the past, and you just rather not. It's too much of a chaos agent. There's something about that energy of that person that hasn't changed, even though you are who you are now. They might still be the same person. You know? Yeah, but leave the past behind. And it's like, it's that person. You associate them with good memories and bad ones too. It's that person, I think we all have one, to finish my thought, where it's like, I got into so much trouble when I hung out with them. It might be that person, I don't know. Because you're that Scorpio, honey. You don't go around with family. You don't mess around with your goals. You're on track with it. You're on point. Anyway, Capricorn to Aquarius, this is back-to-back seasons. Okay. So, I don't know. I think many of you really started to hit stride with your goals here in Capricorn season. And now that we're entering an Aquarius, we are in Aquarius season now. Yeah, this comes through. And it might be because you're successful. Maybe you have a rising star and you're visible, and that's why they're contacting you. I have no idea. You didn't even show me what it was about. Just that it shocked the hell out of you. And it's at a distance, and you're happy to keep it that way. Okay, WYZOP. We have the medallions of Sagittarius and Libra. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to the season. Might be important to you. And once more, soul bond. I get it. But guys, this is the thing with soul bonds. We got to keep this in mind. They're an important part of our history. They help shape us, right, into who we are, assuming we learned our lessons in that connection, why we were in each other's lives to begin with. But that doesn't mean we keep them all. You'll always have that deep or special or unique connection. But that doesn't mean it was meant to stay. But no, you'll always be bonded to it. That doesn't mean you're trying to live it. You already did that. You already did that. But sometimes these things come back around. Yours was very unexpected. All right. I do hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me, Pisces. Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords, Judgment. Oh, yeah. Okay. The Hanged Man, Strength, Temperance. Okay. Not yet. You're saying not yet. I'm not telling you, honey. I'm not telling you to wait. I'm not telling you to be patient. This is a decision of the self by the self. Okay. 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, and the World. I got it. Okay, that makes sense to me. When people show me that kind of deliberate, and this is deliberate delay, even though they don't want to, it's usually for a good reason. Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords, Judgment. Don't get me wrong. You're ready for a new beginning in love. You honestly believe that you are. I trust your judgment. You're looking at this, you know this to be true logically, and you can feel it in your spirit, you can feel it in your heart, but you're saying, I have to put that behind me right now. That is also a conscious decision. And that's not easy for you, because something is speaking to your heart right now. And you want to meet it where it is. I know you do. And that's judgment calling you. We're like, it's a choice though. And you're right, it is a choice. I'm going to put my heart away for now. It won't always be like this, judgment. But for now, yes. Hanged Man, Strength, Temperance. You're like, I have to hold out a little longer. He's saying, this is not easy for me. Especially when you got the call to love and you know you're ready for it. You can see it in your mind's eye. You can, in a way, feel yourself start to experience it. Even though you're not connecting to anyone yet. But yeah, the Hanged Man, Strength. You're saying, we've got to hold out a little bit longer, Pisces. And I'm like, why? Pisces, why? And you're like, because of that. Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, the World. There is a path here you're familiar with. It is stagnant, unpleasant, rocky, complicated. And if it's not complicated and frustrating, it's kind of boring and passé. Somewhere between the two, that's what this is. It is definitely 3D. It is definitely circumstantial. And the world, you're like, it hasn't closed out. That's why. It's on its way out. That world is non-negotiable. But it's taken its sweet time to get out, to exit, to clear itself up, to clean itself up, to stop making itself a presence on your path. That's why. Okay. So whatever this is, even though you feel the call to it and you personally identify as ready, you're saying hold out a little bit longer, Pisces. This is still clearing up. I think you just want it out of the way. So you're not putting unnecessary energy, time, energy, effort, or resources into something that is cycling out. That way you have as much energy available to you as possible and opportunity available to you as possible without any sort of blockages or bullshit. Something. Okay. Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords, Judgment. Seven of Wands, Six of Wands, Page of Wands. Okay, yeah, I know. It's like, yeah, I feel good. Personally, I feel good and I feel confident, but I have to enforce my own standards at this time because you really believe in this. You do. You believe that you're ready for love, but you also believe that you want things to be as clean as possible. You want clean lines. No blockages. In other words, you're insisting on this point. It's like, I got to keep my confidence or my sense of ego or correctness in this in check. I got to enforce my own standards. I believe in this. I'm going to stand by my convictions. Okay. So, yeah, I know that you are ready for love, new love specifically. You know that. You're saying you need to be strong, and this is choice. I get it. You don't want anything angry, harmful, disruptive, or distracting in your way. And whatever this represents, you say it would be those things. It would be a problem. I hear you. I want things to be officially done if I'm on the precipice of new, right? That way there's nothing overlapping or getting in the way or causing problems. It makes sense. The Hanged Man, Strength, Temperance, but look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My question is, how long? Because these are all upper division energies. Hanged Man, Strength, Temperance, those all take a kind of time, a certain amount of time. Well, it seems that the only condition is when that wraps, I'm free. Okay? The Hermit, Four of Cups, Two of Cups. Yeah, you're not happy about it either. You're not. You are not happy about it at all. You're just like, I could be loving somebody by now. But I know better. You're defaulting to your wisdom here. Nobody's forcing you. You concluded this is just how you are, and you're not going to cross who you are. You're saying it's important value to you. You're saying this is true for you based on experiences to have no overlap. Something's cycling out. Okay? Then let it complete. I intern something new. No problem. No blockages, no bullshit. You're like, it's worth the wait. And that's what you're showing me. It's worth the wait. Now, I'm not telling you to wait. I would never say that. You, under your own estimation, as Pisces, said it's worth it to me to wait. But you're like, trust me, I'm not happy about it. I could be loving on somebody right now. Oh, okay. All right. But you're also saying, I know me. I know me. I know how it is, honey. Like, I can't. This is such a stupid example. I'm just letting you know. This is what you might experience on a minor scale, on an everyday way of life. Like, I can't go to bed without the dishes being done. Okay? I can't close out the day unless I know everything else is also closed out. Does that make sense? Right? I know that's a stupid example, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I can't enjoy myself when I was in college, school, whatever. I could not enjoy myself on the weekend unless I had all the homework done by Friday, because I'm a nerd. But that's, you see what I'm saying? I know this to you is large scale stuff, though. It's not little stuff. It's big stuff, you know. And I got you. I do. I understand you. And I don't know what that represents, except it's boring, it's stagnant, rocky, angry, resentful, and you're done with it. You're so done with it. You want this to be finalized so you can move on with your life. 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, the World. The Star, the King of Swords, and King of Cups. And when that's done, it's like so there I am. You're like, I'm done. So when that's done, I'm ready. When this is done, my life begins. Okay? You are dead set on this vision, and it is love. You have such a strong mind, too. Very strong mind. But your content has been consistent. Strong mind aside, you know what the goal is, and that's love. It has been love. But this circumstance needs to go. Okay? It needs to be done, complete, and then boom. You're ready. It looks like this has already taken up quite a bit of time as it is. So hopefully I'm seeing a cycle complete for you in Aquarius season. That would be nice. Obviously, this goes outside the bounds of 2 weeks. The tarot technically is different for everybody. Okay? Yes, we can capture immediate energies, but long-term energies, and also, well, recent past. Despite what the focus may be. But I'm rooting for you, honey. I want what you want, and you're ready for it. You earned it. You're ready. Let's go. That's what I'm saying. Some of you might have some really strong Aquarius in your chart, by the way. You don't have to. I'm just letting you know. Make time for self-love. Last quarter moon in Libra. Absolutely. Don't forget to love yourself in all this. Love who you are. You're very strong-willed. You're very strong-minded. You're not willing to compromise these things. You want a clean, fresh start, minus any negative old baggage, whatever that represents. Okay, but yes, make time to love yourself too. All right? It's beautiful. You're getting there. Oh, here's a short. Don't let that be an issue. Okay? That just means it was less problematic. All right, ZWAX. I hesitated as I got the X. Soon to be X. I kind of heard that a little bit. Soon to be X, maybe for some of you. I don't know. It doesn't have to be. Anyway, we have the medallions of Aries, Cancer, Taurus, and Scorpio. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to the season, might be important to you. And then we have the Infinity Loop, Soul Bond. I don't see you separating necessarily from a Soul Bond, but I do think you're very much interested in finding your Soul Bond. Yes, I do. You're a forever person. All right, Pisces, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's up? What's going on? Show me Cancer, please. What's up? 9 of Cups, 2 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Yeah. The Hanged Man, Knight of Wands, the Empress. Listen to yourself, please. You're showing me I'm not necessarily convinced this is what I want, but until I know, I need to hold on to it, and that's up to you. That's a choice. You are interested in wish fulfillment, okay? Seeking to your wishes and your desires. And I see you holding on to something that potentially represents that, but you're not convinced. Two of Swords. Okay, so let's say 4 of your cups are satisfied in this situation, but not all 9. 2 of Cups, and I see why. 2 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. I think this is a very strong working alliance. I do. Where you two get things done. You have common interest or common ground for development on different resources, project work or actual work. I think when you two get together, you can be very resourceful. You go back and forth in a fair way. I think you two enhance each other's lives in the 3D in some way. You two make things happen when you are together, but it's like 3D happenings. Okay? I think you two, like I said, generate a lot of resources and or opportunities when you work together. Yes. And there is a fondness here with the 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is a bond. That can be a very deep bond or a shallow one. So like I said, out of your 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment of the self and how you love yourself, what it is you choose is a reflection of how you love yourself. See where I'm leading up to this? What have you chosen here? A kind of bond that you are fond of, and in some way you feel comfortable going back and forth with, in some way you develop resources with. But are they firing up all your cylinders? Yeah. But until you absolutely know, I see you holding on, but you question it. Fair. You're fair. I mean, you can't say that it's not a comfortable back and forth. It is. I see how you both benefit. But is that what you want from this connection? To benefit? Like 3D benefit? Okay, maybe it is better suited as a working alliance. Okay, the Hanged Man, Knight of Wands, the Empress. That's you, baby. See, you burn very brightly, but I got you connected to someone where you don't seem to burn at all. Like your colors are not really allowed out or encouraged out. You're deeply passionate, but you're also deeply loving here with the Empress. Yes, in some way, this connection satisfies the need in you to produce. The Empress produces. The Empress likes quality. So I can see where in some ways you're attracted to this person. They get things done. Clearly they're resourceful. You two have created many an opportunity together. I see that right here. In fact, you got another one lining up soon, so FYI. And congratulations for that point of view alone. You got another one generating between you two right now as we speak. So while this is attractive in terms of what it can produce when you two are connected, is it satisfying the deeper side of you? It looks like your kind of naturally passionate self has nowhere to be here. And your deeply, deeply felt need for unconditional love, I don't know that it's being satisfied here either. 2 of Cups, like I said, that can be shallow as much as it is deep. It just depends on what's going between those two. Okay, so let's take a look at you. Because honestly, honey, you look like such a beautiful, empowered, sexy, productive person. So I can see where this connection speaks to half of your equation. But is it talking to the other half of you? The kind that likes to put on a little something fancy and go out, listen to good music, have a good drink, relax and feel things deeply and uniquely in a special way with somebody. It looks very transactional. I don't mean that in any way to discourage the connection, but it does look fairly consistent. You both get something from it. I'm not saying breadcrumbing. I'm saying you both get something from it. And like I said, you two have generated many opportunities together. So It has its pros. It has its benefits. It does. Okay? But does it complete you? 9 of Cups, 2 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. That's for you to say, honey. You got to figure that out for yourself. And that's if you resonate. King of Wands, Queen of Cups. A Star. I know you're saying, yeah, you, gosh, you have so many beautiful qualities. I don't see them expressed with this person. It's like you hesitate, you're reserved. Like that side of you is not encouraged. That deeply loving side, that deeply passionate side. You possess both of those qualities. With the Star, personally, I'm looking at you. Personally, honey, this is me talking to you. This is your Auntie Sassy talking to you. If you were my bestie, I'd pull you aside. It's like, honey, you can't tell me you're in this situation and that you didn't always want more. Not necessarily from this connection anymore, but more for yourself in general. Where you could deeply feel all the love that you need and the passion too. Not just the productive, secure side. And you're feeling that side of yourself now more than ever here in Aquarius season. Like you really hit peak. And yet I still see you holding on to this. I understand. But it seems to me you would know if you could get to these levels of emotional and passionate satisfaction. You feel it within you, but you would know by now if it's in this connection. Speaking of which, let's jump over here. 2 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Now, if all you truly want is a bit of security, right? A bit of emotional security, you know who you're coming home to at the end of the day. Okay, that's fine. But then I wouldn't be seeing this conflict if that was enough. Anyway. Let's see what's going on. 5 of Wands, 9 of Cups. So that's where the conflict is. Yeah. And see, the 2 of Swords, 9 of Cups, the 5 of Wands. This is what causes you conflict. You're just like, it's the back and forth consistency that I want. It's the 3D connectivity that is secure that I want, but that's only half of it. It's not giving me the other half, and I know that, and it's causing conflict within me. So I don't think you're having fights with them, holding them hostage or responsible for this side of you. I think that's where you're showing me personal frustration, that this connection, however it plays out to you, gives you 3D security that you can rely upon every day, but not much else. So I don't think, and it wouldn't be reasonable of you to pick a fight with this person for not supplying that side of you that exists because you chose to enter this in some way. You get something from it, and you know that. But it's not enough, and that's where you're showing me conflict. That's an internal 5 of Wands. This comes in direct conflict with wish fulfillment and 2 of Swords, and you're like, I don't know. It gives me 3D security, but it doesn't give me anything else. It doesn't give me the big love. It doesn't give me the big passion, and I need that. And you said the Star. You said this is a need. This is a need. Well, then you have the answer to your question. This is not the connection that's giving you all of your needs. I'm not trying to discourage 3D security. That's very important to a lot of people, but that's not the end-all be-all of who you are. Okay? So you got to resolve this, honey. You're going to have to figure this out. Because I got you locked in at the 3D level of things. But emotionally and spiritually, you're desiring so much more. And you're kind of tearing yourself apart on the inside with the frustration of it. So no, I don't think you're holding them hostage for your unhappiness or your frustration. Nor should you. You know who they are. You know what they're about. But you need more. And so I don't want to see that conflict within you either, where you're tearing yourself apart on the inside about what did I choose? What did I commit to here? Am I always going to be restless, looking for more in my heart, looking for more in my loins? Because you're always looking for more, feel the need for more. But you keep all that contained to a connection that kind of goes like this. Okay. The Hanged Man, Knight of Wands, the Empress. So I say that because I don't think this is breadcrumbing. I know many of you are like, they're breadcrumbing me. I'm seeing an equal division. Okay, back and forth. And you're both fond of each other. But it's like you know not to expect any more from them. You do create opportunities all the time. You're used to it. And that's one of the things, like I said, it speaks to you. That speaks to you as the Empress. It does. But it doesn't speak to all of you. The Hanged Man, Knights of Wands, the Empress. The Hierophant, Ace of Wands, the Queen of Swords. Okay, so you have made a decision. You have made a decision, and then I see you using your words after you've had time to think about it. The Hanged Man, Knight of Wands, the Empress. So that's who you really are, and that's the side of you that you don't really get to express or returned to you. The Hierophant, Eight of Wands, Queen of Swords. But yeah, we have a decision here, and I see two people talking. Good. I'm glad. I think you're the Hierophant. You might have some Taurus in your chart, but that's irrelevant. I see them as that Queen of Swords, someone who's very to the point, strategic, logical, balanced, practical speaking. What is it we need to do? But they are fond of you too, Two of Cups. They do have feeling for you. I'm not trying to minimize that. You know who they are. I don't see you mad at them. I see you frustrated from within. I think you're showing me your committed self here and what it is that you are thinking and feeling and how it's important for you to connect to that and speak unto it. And I see them pitching their thoughts back to you. What happens after this conversation, I don't know. But from an authoritative place, not the star place, not the cup space, not the passionate place, but from your higher self space, I see you talking to them. But think about everything first, what we talked about, and that's if you resonate. You might be curious about what they have to say for sure. Certain. I'd want to know what their thoughts are. Okay, I'm sorry guys, this is tarot. This is what's going to happen over the next 2 weeks. I mean, you know what's been building inside you, that frustration and that ever-pressing need to fulfill those sides of yourself that you're not getting in this balance. I know you see so much more within yourself and you feel so much more within yourself, and this is something you need to talk about with them. What happens after that, I don't know. But I agree, this does need to be addressed, and hopefully that leaves room for change, some kind of change, correct change, whichever that is. I don't know where it will take you. I suppose that's another reading for another day. But I like that you gave it a darn good think. And now we're going to talk to our person. Good. Very good. For those of you that this has not gone into a phase of commitment, in other words, we didn't marry, we're going to talk about that. Perhaps we're going to express our thoughts finally on for or against that. Okay? For others of you, let's say you are in a commitment, then I see you addressing it from that point of view. Things that are important to be discussed in that commitment. It's between you and I. Okay? After that, I don't know. First quarter moon in Capricorn, unleash your kindest self. I believe so, yes. Please be kind to yourself. I can see where you're very mean to you. Why didn't I lean more into wish fulfillment? Why didn't I invest in a connection that spoke to me from the heart? And yeah, okay. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. There's something about this that the security of it spoke to you. What does that tell you? This person's grounded, yes. Okay, maybe predictable, but that's not a crime. Secure? Oh, certainly. But ask yourself, is this the same kind of arrangement you could have had with a business contact? Okay? And is that right for you? Is that correct? Can it be changed? But be kind to yourself, okay? And then step into your power, first quarter moon in Aries. All right. Be kind, but yes, use your power. Voice these thoughts. No letters, so I'm going to have to draw again. But, okay, some of you have some very strong Capricorn in your chart. Could be connecting to, or the season might be important to you. You feel like you two are highly compatible in some ways. I got the twin dolphins. I think that you two speak the same language, at least when it comes to the 3D. And that way they're a lot like you. The grounded piece, the productive piece, the security piece. Okay, they make you feel safe in that respect. I get it. 4-leaf clover in reverse. Well, luck is what you make of it. And sometimes the situation is neither lucky nor unlucky. But that doesn't make it any less real or true or honest. So look at it from that point of view. It's not always about luck. It's about the choices we make. Okay. The crescent moon. Perhaps by the light of the next crescent moon, there'll be some important conversation there. Fox. Clever, fast, swift. Also something of the cutie. I have no doubt. The arrow of Sag. Again, could have some very strong Sag in your chart, connected to, etc. And have the coffee bean in reverse, lack of energy, lack of enthusiasm. I can see that. I'd want to know their thoughts too. Like, well, you know that this is more of a contractual connection. You know that. This wasn't about the big love. It was about our security and respecting that. I mean, yeah, we want to have that conversation. Let's get in there. Let's talk about it. But the coffee bean in reverse, yeah, lacking energy. All right. HYIB. And then the chakra, Capricorn twice. Lots of Capricorn energy here today, FYI. The chakra piece or symbol, in reverse. Yeah, the chakras aren't in alignment here. And that's why we need to talk. Okay? All right, Cancer, honey. I do hope this helped you. There's a lot to consider, contemplate, which is your way. I'm not surprised I didn't see any direct or immediate answers for you. I'm not surprised. That's an important conversation. You'll know more then. But I hope it helped you and gave you something to think about. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.